Drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
Drop it, hell. I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.
Fucking pay me!
Aunque digan que soy un bandolero donde voy, le doy gracias a Dios por hoy estar donde estoy y voy a seguir con mi tumbao.
Well, a new intro as we now hit 100 subscribers. Thanks.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Do me a favor. Don't do me no favors. I'll handle mine. Davis has no idea who that is, bro.
Let me guess. Who is it? A rapper or is it a pop singer?
All of it. It's the Jigga Man.
Okay.
Throw up your diamonds and all that shit.
You mean the man who won't play the Super Bowl, but will make these concerts? I mean, that whole racket was some bullshit.
Hey man, it don't matter. Get you a check from Roger Goodell, I guess.
That's because Roger Goodell was like, no, he was basically like Tony Khan, like, no, I like black people. No, it's not like that.
Some of you guys are cool. You know, I don't call myself the White Dragon often.
Ooh, no, this is Banks versus Davis 100 subscriber celebration. But legit, thanks to everyone who's been down since day one, anyone who's just now started following.
Absolutely.
It means a lot. I mean, you know, it's a small milestone. Hopefully this is just the start of things to come. 200, 300, 400. We're trying to get to Barry Bonds 762.
Yeah.
That level.
It'll
but
come.
No, this is
even to be at 100 is crazy.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing this for a year and six months basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Summer. I mean, fall of 2020 again. You know, COVID. You know, things looking shaky in some areas. But I just started doing BRP. You were free at the time to do another podcast, and since I've added 1,800 more to the slate as well as producing some of the biggest podcasts out in the game. You know who they are. RAOP, Black Announce Table, etc. But like I said, this show is always this is a passion project. You and I get together and we just talk about the shit we enjoy and the shit that we'd be talking about offline. So It just makes sense to put it on air and record it.
Yeah, man. You keep the conversations on wax. That's the beautiful thing about this podcast and shit. You don't always have to talk 20 hours about something you like. Why not put it on wax for other people to enjoy? And that's how things are born. So, and me being not a big talker anyway, so.
Yeah, but it's still you are the person that helps motivate me and, you know, with your determination and drive to keep pushing forward, because I would have probably not kept going after 20 subscribers. So Banks is a little, I do believe that, yeah.
Hey, well, I need the money that come with that shit, bro. Whatever I need to do to get in.
You're the lower level one they send to infiltrate slowly through and then move up the corporate ladder. What
need to come? What Sammy Davis said? You don't know about Sammy Davis?
No, I said that he was fucking Sherman Holmes.
Maybe that's why I got my eye on you, cat, and that pussy.
Whoa! Oh, now you can say it. Now you're not afraid to say
we had 100 subscribers. Fucking, we gonna let shit fly. Hey, we gonna get jokes.
Oh, that's the amount of things we've said over the year and a half when we had a different name.
What have we said? I don't remember.
I mean, we had Zell on a few weeks ago and we were wilding out. Shouts to Zell, buying more bottles.
Shouts out to Zell as well, man. He was on that poster that just got posted this past week, or that was shown.
Shouts to Uncle Rock, who I've said in the past we should probably get on with it. I'm also like, if Zell was wild, and then nephew would definitely be wild.
We got to now. He showed too much love.
Yeah, but it'll just be like, see, right here is what you're doing,
And the text message me and him exchanged last night about a certain TikTok woman. Yeah, I can't.
That's
say
the
it
thing.
on air.
Like, I don't even follow LJ, but I was like, let me look up, and it's like liked by this, liked by like. I'm just like, you nasty old man.
But that's what I always say about Rock. He get to him before me. I be thinking I'd be like the first one. He always there ahead of time.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. I got an eye for talent.
No, he do. He get to the yellow woman before me, bro.
Okay, well, we didn't have to go there. I mean,
Hey, I'm telling you, we'll be happy.
women of any skin color. I mean, come on,
That's true, but I'm saying
all of them. I always say like the weekend was like, I want them all now.
do you?
Yeah.
But yet you still talk about that skinny woman that says she crazy on that TV show I won't watch anymore.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking that's the number one. All I'm saying is when I'm leading her Emmy campaign, arm in arm with her on the red carpet, and it says Euphoria actress Sydney Sweeney and her podcaster boyfriend Davis Colton.
Hey, bro, anything is possible, man. Like you just said, you do 2 podcasts a week. You know what I mean? You didn't expect to be it. Hey, man, just believe in the impossible. I'm here to tell you the impossible can happen.
I didn't believe in it, but I wanted it was the thing. And you could tell. I think, the 3 wise men at BRP could tell it as well. I mean, that's, I think, why they chose me, but still, I still had to prove myself, and I'm still proving myself. But
100%. But at the same time, if that's the woman you want or whatever woman it is, hey, man, what they said, repetition is everything, or you got to go through whatever the fuck they said. I think it aligns with that as well. Whatever you want, you got to be consistent with it.
yeah, that's the thing. I just started watching Tom Brady's The Man in the Arena.
Mhm.
And as much as like it's fun to make fun of Tom Brady and call him this and call him that, documentaries more often than not are propaganda. And he had the great Brady 6-1 a few years ago when he talked about the guys that were taken ahead of him in the quarterback class.
Yeah.
But you do feel like, this guy really did put in the work. And again, he beat out Drew Bledsoe. He did all this. He won, the Super Bowls. He came back from injury. A lot of times he did it with weaker talent. I mean, sure, he had Randy Moss, but even in that season, they didn't win the title, and he never won with Randy Moss. He made these guys my size, these white slot receivers, like weapons: Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan. But when you hear him talk about the one at the Brady 6, I think he's like, when I watch my stuff, I still don't think I'm very good. Like, I don't got the best arm. I'm slow. I mean, I'm okay, but that pushes me to keep going and to be better than that. That's where I can respect him in that way. And sure, he could be, he might be a cheater, both on and off the field. But if you're going to cheat to win, at least win.
Yeah. Define cheating off field.
I mean, he was cheating with hair. He was cheating to keep playing at the age he is. I mean,
well, I need to cheat all that.
I think, again, there was a rumor that he had left his woman before, Bridget Moynihan for Gisele Bündchen. I think there was all that. Yeah.
You just see a better opportunity. It come with a cost.
But no, it's that thing where like I said, documentaries are all propaganda. That was the thing that people were disappointed about The Last Dance. It was pro Michael Jordan and anti Scottie Pippen, but you were like, fuck Scottie Pippen. Who cares? It's like, I still think the funniest thing about that doc, and we'll get into today's show, is just the scene when he's like, no, I'm not going back in. And then Steve Kerr's like, Bill Cartwright was so sad. Like when we got back in the line, he was like, Scotty, you let me down. I've never been more disappointed in anyone in my life than in you right now.
Scotty Ho, bro. Scotty Pippen the Ho. Like,
That was
that and the back problems in Game 6 of the '98 finals.
Oh yeah.
Just my back was hurting. I couldn't move.
Like Shawn Michaels in the WrestleMania match against Steve Austin. Like,
Yeah, but that prick wouldn't take no perks being Scottie Pippen. He probably had to go to the back and trick real quick.
I think Phil Jackson's like, Scotty, here are the perks. Scotty, in my hand.
Right. No, he's gonna get on some DMT.
Yeah, I was just about to use it. I got some ayahuasca.
Yeah,
From...
you can't do shit on that. Playing the game, bro. He probably would have been in the stars. Literally. Hey, but we gotta do DMT too before the year's over.
Hey, who was we?
Me and you to celebrate 100 subscribers. We gotta do DMT.
No. In Dallas, I'm not doing. I mean, I'm already gonna be around Matt Damon and Gene Cena again. Like, I gotta watch out when I'm doing anything.
We're gonna take care of you.
But no, let's you mentioned the White Dragon earlier. We won't be reviewing this week's episode of Peacemaker, even though again it is, like I said, damn good television.
Yeah.
We'll do that next week because it'll be, I think, hopefully just the season, not series finale. They haven't announced season 2 yet, but I think it more than likely it'll be doing.
We got to do it now because Cal says so.
But Cal's got to join us.
I'm not doing DMT in Jersey. That don't sound like a good time at all. That's like doing shrooms in Jersey. Like, I'm going to fall into a sewage plant.
Isn't that just when you walk outside and look around?
Yeah, but you might fall into it out there.
But, yeah, so we'll review Peacemaker this past episode, which was great, and then the season finale next week. But, again, we are pushing forward the John Cena for Best Actor, both categories, comedy and drama, so this man can get an Emmy to go with his 16 world title reigns and platinum selling rap CD. Yes, you are, Cal.
Yeah, you got to.
But what would you want to say about this episode real quick? Because you had saw it before me, and you were just saying that your man, T1000, he was wilding out.
Well, I'm surprised they still ain't said nigga. Very surprised, bruh. Because the last episode and this one, them hoodies came out. I said, any minute now. What Chris Rock said, any minute. That word is never late. That train is never late.
I mean, he had said what he said to the cop as he was getting released, and I was just like, holy shit. Like,
that ain't, but the thing is, bro, that's not even bad. Now,
it is. It is.
I remember what I want to say. What I text you on Thursday. They said it.
Oh, that's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to think about it for a second. I said, oh, wait. So they can't say nigga, but they can say.
I don't think James gonna wants to go there because it's just that obvious with the hoods.
Yeah.
I think they want to show just how bad he is as a whole person with what he called his son. And they showed up with the flashbacks, and then he did the whole thing where you would listen to that devil music and you would sleep with women and men.
Yeah, it was a prototypical like Northwestern, the Oregon shit. Because this show takes place in Washington, right?
It's kind of maybe supposed to because they filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah, I saw the place.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah,
so
I was trying to read it.
That more so is an Oregon mentality, like the pops. Like you don't play video games, but Far Cry 4 for anybody that's listening, they had the whole like Christian cult thing, and it was kind of like that. Like you doing this, you fornicating with women, you doing drugs and shit like that. But it's the cult mentality behind it. So his pops. I ain't calling, I ain't calling a grown man the White Dragon fire for that. But, you know what I mean? He had the leg on him, giving him that whole speech. And whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But anybody that's listening, when you see what happened with him and his brother, they get in the pit, they start squabbling. And then he says that word. Like I said, I didn't know you could still say that word. I said, oh shit, the 80s is back. It's a word that I don't use. People around me don't use, but it's a word. Now, the word is.
Well, it's remember the Dave Chappelle thing where like they got mad at me for saying the M word. Mad at me for saying the F word, but I can say the M word.
Exactly. That's why I've been waiting to see if they was gonna pull it. But James Gunn said, shit. Either the execs at HBO was like, all right, bro, you can either say nigga, or you can say, all right, because I got 2 black friends, James Gunn probably said, I'm not going to say nigga, but I'm definitely going to say, see, my lips say movie, y'all can't cancel shit. I just press mute for the effect.
No, I think because James Gunn didn't want to go to that extent, because it's already known that he's a white supremacist, again, with the guys kneeling before him. Not James Gunn, the character.
Oh, I'm about to say,
I don't think he wants to throw that extra, effect on there to like this guy. We already know this guy's a bad person to begin with, like, and so like we don't have to go to the far end to show how bad he is in terms of as being a racist, but being all of it, being a shitty person. Like, and like his son just like beats the shit out of him on the fucking car, like.
But you listen, man.
After he fucking like backhands the eagle down, And John Cena again does the shoulder block, you know, duck clothesline, spin out powerbomb.
Same old shit. Same old shit.
This time in a superhero costume.
But
and
you
at
know
the end, he gets the gun in his hand, and his dad's like, "You ain't gonna do shit." And John Cena just like, "I would have shot his ass."
Big motherfucker would try to beat me. I would have shot his ass. Listen, bro. I'm glad they didn't say it. Of course, I'm not advocating for them to say the word. But in hindsight, Joe Rogan was the white dragon this past month.
Apparently, it's been longer than the month.
Well, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We got him quitting. I seen a tweet and somebody said like the 4 apocalypse. I said the 4 apocalypse of the niggas. Is they had Quentin Tarantino on there. They had Joe Rogan. They had one more person. I said, damn, bruh. All you need to add is Howard Stern and you straight. Or Vince McMahon. Add Vince.
Well, Howard Stern's never said it? I swear he might have.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's like, they had 2 people. I said, if you want me to make the 4 horsemen and niggas, you got to add Howard Stern to it and Vince McMahon. And I probably can think of some other people. I
was just reading something. It was mainly about Jack Nicholson, and then I found something about Magic Johnson when Howard Stern was on the Magic Hour. He had told Magic Johnson, like, no need to talk like this. Just speak Ebonics if you want. And I was just like, holy shit. Like,
yeah, Howard Stern is a known racist.
No, I know, but I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he probably has instead of just, yeah.
And then Robin let him get away with all that shit on his show. The blackface and all that. Ain't that a bitch? She out here like Kamala Harris.
Well, I said that to me, blackface is just as bad as saying it.
Yeah, no, it's probably worse just because, you know what I mean?
The only time that, like, not even really defending it, but the Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder thing, because, like we kind of talked about last week, it was mocking the actors that take it too seriously. Right, he still did it, but he didn't do it with the intent to mock black people. He did it with the intent to mock actors that go to the extremes for roles.
Hey, man. If that movie All-Star Weekend really comes out and he's Mexican, they're going to be mad as fuck.
No, it's never coming out. As we talked about that last week. Go check out that episode. That's my line.
There's money laundering movie. I told you.
What was it? Oh, you've been to Jimmy Fox's house before. I bet you could just show up again and be like,
"Damn, you let me see the cut." My business. Now, let me be clear. Since he aired out my business, since we.
I swear you said that on the pod before. I swear you told that story.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a long 2 fucking years. But if I did, listen to everybody, I ain't no goddamn freak bull. I ain't do shit. I was there chilling, looking at all the pressure was there. Because it was some of the greatest pressure I've seen in my life. Did I try to talk? Yeah. Did I go anywhere? Hell no. Because that's my life. I'm still going to try to talk to the... I was about to... See, now I got to be politically correct because we had 100 subscribers. I still try to talk to the young lady just because I believe in life. Hey, man. Shoot your shot even if you only got 1 shot in your gun. Life lesson, kids. Try it. Anyhow, yeah. What was we talking about? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
Repeat the question.
Oh, he's like, all right.
Right.
Yeah, it was a tragedy. Could you repeat the question? Just him and his fucking Easy-E get up.
Have we called a podcast that before?
No, we'll probably just call this one finally, because more often than not, we just name episodes after great quotes.
I had to think about it. I was like, yo, I feel like we done several days.
Just stepped on my sneaker, cuz. Cone roller. He pulled out a gun, which was unheard of back then in street fights. Like,
I need to get the dope and the bacon.
I think I tasted eggs and cinnamon.
P.S.
What happened to that boy?
Oh, that's what we was talking about. The Howard Stern shit. Yeah, so him telling Magic Johnson that, it's like, bruh, I don't know what type of language Magic is speaking. Obviously, he's speaking English, and he's a good talker, but it just Magic, yeah, don't say nothing.
No, when he did the, I will be back here, like the whole, like, will you be back next year? He's like,
It's just with Magic, bruh. this how Magic has always spoke our life. It's too clean. That's how I know he was a freak bull. I told y'all gotta start trusting people that's too clean. He was just always too nice. I was like, even as a shorty, I was like, nah, Magic definitely be fucking. I ain't know what fucking was as a kid, but I knew he was doing something. You can't trust the people.
So like in movies, where you kind of like me when like people are like, we sleep together. I'm like, and not thinking like, oh, you just sleep in the same bed. Okay, like what's so wrong about that?
This ain't no Magic Michael Jackson shit. What you talking about? Sleeping in the same bed?
So Wilt Chamberlain slept with 20,000 women. Literally, he slept with just not sex.
He wasn't even sleeping in the bed with him. I need the cover. I don't know why Wilt sounds like that in my head, but
I don't even know how he sounded.
He has a deep voice. He sounds like every 70s like NBA player and ABA player. Like they look old at 25. But that's because
that is true. Yeah. Because Bill Russell at 22 looked 32.
Hey man, that's called depression. When you gotta worried about getting called a nigga about a real white dragon, you gonna be scared. Or Joe Rogan. Because apparently he believes in time travel.
It's funny how yesterday he had the scheduling conflict for the UFC pay-per-view. Like, ain't that funny how shit works all of a sudden?
Well, his man was there. His man said that's his dude. So he would have been fine. He could have just went up to them. And his man, thank you, boss. You know, you my boss. You my favorite one, boss.
Okay, no, we're not. Favorite did that the other day. No, we're not going back there.
I'm gonna listen to that too. I gotta listen to BRP later on today. I always listen to y'all like Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah, shouts to Hearts. We gotta maybe get Hearts on for the Wrestling Verse episode, given that she's a big WCW fan. So maybe we'll try to schedule that.
Oh yeah, shouts. I had to think about. Oh yeah, that's Keeks' homegirl.
Yeah, we still need Keeks on the show as well.
Keeks, what's up?
The love of my life.
Yeah, everybody's life. Mine.
But no, well, like I said, we'll cover Peacemaker more next week as it officially wraps up. But you wanted to share the news about Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. Already, it's been postponed, which we didn't talk about too much. But I don't want to because I'm already mad at. They filmed it back to back, so we were going to get one year, and then the next year we'd get the other.
2023 and 2024.
God damn.
Variant 200 coming by then. We're gonna be in fucking gas, man.
You know what's funny? Top Gun will still be released after both of those.
Because it's money longer. We don't have a real talk, bro. We are 2 months away or so from Morbius and Top Gun is May.
Morbius is legit money laundering. Top Gun is just Paramount is like, we're broke, damn it. Broke.
Yeah, because it intertwines with this. So Mission Impossible 7 and 8 projected to have a budget of $230 million, which is more than Spider-Man.
I think that's each. No way that's for both.
They're not cooping back that money. It's a snowball chance in hell of them cooping back that money. You got a better chance of me fucking taking out 10 women on Valentine's Day than them recouping their money for these fucking projects. It's over. Put it on Paramount Plus. Get your money back in increments.
No, that's why they're losing money, I think, because Paramount Plus is literally like, no one has that.
Yeah, dog. Nobody has it to go see this next year, 2024. We don't know what the fuck the state of the world's going to be tomorrow, let alone a year or two from now.
But they literally drove a train off a cliff for this movie. You know what's funny? I was watching Batman Begins yesterday, and it's crazy to see Chris Nolan make a movie within the studio system. Like, that movie has a lot of sets, a lot of, on stages sets. And then I watched the Dark Knight right after, and then he was like, no, we're getting out these fucking studios and going into the fucking real world to shoot this shit. Because it's drastic, the difference between the two.
Yeah, and you know what they did with the Batman, right? Pre-pandemic, it was supposed to be on
sound. Oh, no, the Batman, sorry.
Yeah. The Batman. So pre-pandemic, they were already shooting on sound stages. 90% of that movie is shot on the sound stage. They booked out the whole. Yeah. Which makes it even better. Like the old school days.
You can tell because a lot of the scenes in the trailers, it's not really the same locations, but it's always indoors until the big scenes that take place outdoors, which is like what the big chase scene with him and the Penguins, what's kind of been teased. Even something like in that movie, we're just mere weeks away from that. Most likely we'll do a review episode featuring my father. It might not be opening weekend, probably after, just to accommodate everyone's schedule, but
I'll be on tour that week promoting that movie.
But that, like I said, the big thing about that movie that, and again, makes sense that it's almost 3 hours, is what the fuck happens in this movie to me.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like what takes place when and where. That's the only thing that I've been shaky about, like it not being good. Is like, it just seems like it's a whole lot to fit in this. But now that we know it's 3 hours, it's like they didn't cut fucking anything apparently.
No, so it, like we talked about before, and we'll get back to Mission Impossible, people, but we're professionals, so we can do this. We can go off on a tangent, come right back to this motherfucker. So it's been projected. It's been not projected. It's been told that it's been 2 or 3 rough cuts from the movie. They talked about how they're gonna take this out, add this. Apparently, like you said, they just like, fuck it, we're gonna add everything because we know we're gonna make money from this movie. I think it has the highest pre-orders, or second highest pre-orders pandemic wise since No Way Home. So it's No Way Home and this movie are going to make the highest money during the pandemic era. So they didn't take out anything. They just said, well, we know at this point, and it seems like Robert Pattinson is all in, so fuck it, we're gonna do it. But yeah, no,
I also think I think the way the Snyder Cut was released, I think that had to have an effect in terms of like a director's vision.
Yeah.
So I don't think Warner Brothers wanted to, run it back with like, oh, if it came off as bad because they had to cut a lot of it out because it was going to run too long, Matt Reeves would have been like, well, we had this, it would have explained the Riddler more, or there's actually more stuff with the Penguin because maybe there's probably 2 scenes originally, and then it's like, what's Colin Farrell even doing here? It seems like a waste. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fitting a lot in. It's going for that crime detective feel, like he's solving a mystery while fighting crime. So and like you said, it's going to be the biggest movie of the year. It's the Batman. It's the biggest name in IP. If it's 3 hours, it's 3 hours. People are going to see it.
oh yeah, no, several times.
Same thing with Spider-Man. Like you said, like it didn't matter. Like you and I were both like, how are they going to fit all this in? And that movie was almost 3 hours as well. And getting made all the fucking
time.
I was going to try to see it on Friday, but I didn't. I just stayed in.
I'm gonna try to see it one more time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a third strike, and then we're gonna see if it's out.
Oh, don't you say third strike. They're out.
We're gonna see. I'm gonna give it one more chance. But going back to the Batman briefly, yeah, so it's the plot, people still don't know what the plot is.
No, it seems like the Riddler's killing people. It seems like he already knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. It seems like Bruce Wayne has just started being Batman. Falcone's obviously doing something. The Penguin's up to something, and Catwoman's caught in the middle. And then the stuff that's the only thing I could gather so far.
Yeah, I was about to say, not to cut you off. People said that's still not even the plot.
I would agree, yeah.
Because it is 3 hours. It's like, dog, you could do that in an hour and a half, realistically. If you got a damn near 3 hour movie, you got something inside of something.
And see, I told you yesterday, we might do a commentary track for The Dark Knight, because it's, as of right now, the best Batman film of all time. A lot of people are speculating the Batman will maybe surpass it or join it as 1B or number 2. So we might do our commentary track for that in honor of the Batman. And because Kevin Smith had done like a similar thing, he had done the Batman commentary tracks for his pod, Batman on Batman, which became Batman Beyond. But they had stopped right after Batman Begins. That's kind of basically what inspired me to do Fast Summer with you. And again, any new listeners, check out Fast Summer. If you hate the Fast and Furious franchise, maybe we'll change your mind with our excellent commentary,
Yeah, we
of those
convinced
cinema.
We got to convince the old heads to be our.
No, I'm already convinced. Fam's just like, stop. Fam's like, stop.
I'm never watching. So going back to Mission Impossible 7.
No, hang on. No, real quick.
No.
We'll kind of talk about it with The Dark Knight. That movie almost could have ended right when Harvey becomes a Two-Face and the Joker escapes the precinct. Imagine that movie had ended and it clocks in about an hour 45. They save the rest of the movie for the third one. Well, I'll kind of go into more detail, but I'm just saying, imagine that, especially if you're going to run it back before we do our commentary on it. Just think about that. So when that scene when he's riding in the car, with his head out the window. I once heard someone say like that almost seems like a great end credits scene. I mean, like that's the last thing you see, and then it's credits. Like he got away, and Batman and Bruce Wayne, you know, he's sitting there with the mask in his hands, like he's lost.
Yeah, and they could have made that a part 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could save that first hour for part 3, and it, like I'm saying, like once Heath Ledger's passed, you know, tragic early passing, you could save that for part 3 because it's already been shot and filmed, and then the rest of that third one would be him coming to grips with what's happened, and you would do something else. Just the Dark Knight Rises, it's just messy towards the end, and like I do have a lot of problems with this man cries over Maggie Gyllenhaal for 8 years, but also no one, not that, but no one's like, hey, we haven't seen Bruce Wayne in 8 years. You know who hasn't been around in 8 years? The Batman. What's up with that? No one ever questions that, because in the Dark Knight, Morgan Freeman is like, so your plan is to blackmail the billionaire you work for because you think he might be fighting crime at night with all this stuff. And then the guy realizes how idiotic that sounds, because again, who would believe the drunken playboy that burned down his house and spends his money like that, or falls asleep in meetings, is going to be the Batman?
Right.
But then if no one would point out that, as soon as Bruce Wayne gets back, this Batman guy shows up out of nowhere. And then once he's gone, he's gone. No one's ever like puts two together, except Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, when I was an orphan, you know, with my New York accent, I'd see you come into the orphanage and you had 2 women on the arm. No, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt has like an accent in that movie where he's like,
yeah, I know, and I forgot he's even in the Dark Knight Rises. That's crazy.
Yeah, because he's John Robin Blake. Fuck out of here. See, that's we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in 2 weeks when we do that episode, because next week we'll be talking about Genius, right? Doesn't that come out? Part 1 of Genius, the Kanye West Netflix documentary.
Isn't that next week? Next week. I think it comes out in 3 days, if I'm not mistaken.
So we'll be talking about that
out this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's subscribe, stay subscribed.
Yeah.
If it's movies, TV, I mean, wrestling, because
Saudi show next Saturday.
Well, we won't be talking about that, but my birthday week, 2 weeks from, not really a week and a half from now, it'll be my choice for Into the Wrestling Verse. And we'll finally be doing Survivor Series 2003.
A classic.
But let's see, Mission Impossible 7, 8. The whole thing is just that Tom Cruise, like, I'm done. These are it. The last one. I'm getting too old for this shit. The Scientology blood, you know, that it's leaving my body.
Is that him saying that, or he just like, all right, I'm not challenged anymore?
It's weird because he's still going to make movies. He has this movie shooting in space with, I think, Joe Kosinski and Elon Musk.
Wait, he's actually in space?
They're legit going to try and make this movie in space.
Hold on, bro. Yeah, I'm going to keep talking, but let me see this shit.
But I think Chris McQuarrie, who's his, you know, number one guy, who wrote and directed the last two, Rogue Nation and Fallout. He became the script doctor on Ghost Protocol, and then they made Jack Reacher together. And he's basically, you know, done the script doctoring on other Tom Cruise movies since then, on Edge of Tomorrow, aka Live, Die, Repeat, as well as The Mummy, which was supposed to kickstart the Dark Universe and killed it.
Yo, I'm reading this shit. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm reading it, but I think they're trying to reboot that whole monster franchise shit too.
No, their whole thing was they were going to do the DC approach and just do individual ones not connected.
I think they're trying to bring that back, if I'm not mistaken.
Because once DC realized after the Justice League that they couldn't do it how they wanted, they were just like, fuck it, we'll have Aquaman, the Wonder Woman sequel, we'll do Shazam, and then we'll do Black Adam, and they're all kind of have ties to each other, but it won't be as well done as the MCU. So,
yeah, I see what you're saying right now, and I'll
because
take it out from the BVD pod.
Yeah, because what Universal is doing with the monsters is they did The Mummy, that failed. They did The Invisible Man, which was good, and then they're going to be doing The Wolfman with Ryan Gosling, and then they had already announced, like a female version of the Invisible Man.
About the Invincible Man, everybody keeps saying it's good.
The Invisible Man from 2020, pre-pandemic, it's really good. You should watch it. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was the last movie I saw in theaters before COVID.
The last movie I saw was Bad Boys for Life.
Bad
which we
Boys for
still
Life.
need to talk about.
I still haven't seen. Yeah, I promised a few months ago to watch. Yeah, I'll try to watch it. Hey, maybe if Will Smith wins the Oscar, we'll get to that in a minute. Maybe I'll have to check it out. But
Yeah, we might have to have Zill on for that.
But what I was trying to say is that Chris McQuarrie might be done after 7 and 8 because he was kind of tasked to write and direct these two back to back because Fallout had made the most money ever in the franchise's history. And Chris McQuarrie has kind of talked about how hard it is to make these movies because he wants them to be different. And now they have to compete with the James Bonds, the Fast and the Furious, even the Marvel movies to an extent, in terms of grand scale and epic. That's why he literally is like, we're going to drive a fucking train off a cliff, or Tom Cruise is literally going to ride up a ramp with a motorcycle and parachute off of this fucking mountain because Tom Cruise, again, is like, I got to do all these stunts for real. So I think it might be both of them realizing that I'm getting too old for this, but also want to do other stuff. Chris McQuarrie's talked about how he can't make the movies he wants to, much of the perception that people think he can because of what he's accomplished with the two Mission Impossibles prior. But he's like, no, I want to make this movie and that movie, but I can't yet because I'm not a Chris Nolan who can get anything he wants funded.
Yeah, as I look at his IMDb right now, so Mission Impossible 7 is actually done. It's in post.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's coming out next year. But the Mission Impossible 8, they still filming that. And I mean, that's been pushed back so many times because of COVID.
Don't forget, we talked about the famous, you gotta fucking listen. Like, we are not shutting this fucking movie down. They are depending on us back in Hollywood to put food on the table. Like, he was just like, so just keep your shit together.
But once again, we talked about how the fact that Tom Cruise is like, yo,
it's like a path.
Yeah. No. That he actually like, yo, this COVID shit is real. He ain't like anti-mask and none of that shit. You would think if he is Scientologist, he'd be anti-mask. But I see an article right. Go ahead and then it's an article.
He's crazy. He's not stupid. Okay, Scientologists I think are crazy people. Anti-vaxxers are stupid people.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
But no, again, legit. Him and Chris McQuarrie went to see Tenet with masks on. Tom Cruise is like, I gotta go see cinema because Chris Nolan is keeping film in theaters alive. And then he was like, oh, it was a great movie. And Tom Cruise was probably like, I'm gonna blow this out of the fucking water. Watch.
Before I read this article, because it's an article about the budget, it's actually $290 million for Mission Impossible 7. For him, you know, at this point, 30 years, he's probably legit got screener copies. So he probably just wanted to go to the movies just to go. Because somebody would have gave...
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
Somebody would have gave him a copy of Tenet.
Well, they were in London filming the movie. So it wasn't as bad over there as it was over here. Like, don't forget, theaters were closed for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I could only had seen Tenet an hour away when it was first released. I waited until the fall where they kind of had opened back up limited screenings to go see it.
Yeah, me and you were talking about that because I remember when it came out in July of 2020. Was that July?
We hadn't started the pod yet, but then when we started the pod in the fall, a month into it, I'm like, I'm going to go see Tenet because I can finally go see it.
Mm-hmm. Well, being in Florida, the movie theaters are always open for the most part, about a month. But so I want to read this article by The Playlist. Well before the pandemic arrived, and this is by Chris Barfield. Well before the pandemic arrived, people were already obnoxiously awaiting the release of Mission Impossible 7 and Mission Impossible 8. The dual star of Tom Cruise and writer-director Chris McQuarrie have already turned in multiple sequels to the franchise, which eclipsing the previous in terms of box office gross and overall quality. But then the pandemic hit, and the MI franchise might have been hurt more than any terms of delays in production costs. So basically, Mission Impossible 7 reportedly cost $290 to produce and might end on a cliffhanger at The Playlist.
Yeah, you can tell because that's why they wanted to do them back to back, like The Matrix did with 2 and 3. And they're bringing back an old cast member. They brought in all these new cast members. Haley Atwell will be joining. That's why.
Kirby. Well, she was
Mr. Kirby, she'll be coming back. Yeah.
yeah, she was in Fallout,
But-
right?
Yeah, the whole thing was Nicholas Hoult was supposed to play the villain, that he had to drop out because he was doing something else. But that was because this movie's being filmed literally over 2 years. And this was pre-pandemic too, when he had to drop out, because the whole plan was to shoot for an extended period of time for all that. And I think that's why they also added Haley Atwell for to also cover for Rebecca Ferguson, who's kind of had bad luck in terms of the end of making the film. Like, I think both times she was pregnant by the time filming was close to wrapping, or where they had to go back for reshoots. Chris McQuarrie has talked about that on some podcast. He's a great podcast interview and all that. Just fascinating to listen to about the process of making these films, because he's like, you literally can't write these movies and then go make them. It's literally on the fly.
Damn, her husband said, "Fuck a Mission Impossible. I got a mission for you."
Well, I think it was because they had wrapped and then they had to go back and fix stuff or add stuff, cuts. I mean, not cuts, push-ins or whatever. I mean, but
So 7 was supposed to come out this year, right?
if everything had gone to plan, it would have been
Or last?
last year, and then 8 this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about that around the time when we first started.
Because it seems like when the pandemic hit, they had already started. Yeah, so it might have been the fall of last year, and then again the fall of this year. Such a risky process to do something like that. Have an extended filming period to go back to back like that.
So my thing is, if it's already in post, not counting reshoots, if they have to do reshoots, the more likely they might have to. Why not put it out this October, November? Is my question.
I think they might, depending on how things look.
Because you got to get your money. Like, you got to get your money back.
Or it's, like I said, Paramount's in a bad. They've always had shaky history with money and all that. And like always on the brink of like collapsing, but somehow able to survive. That's why they've been around for like 100-something years, I think.
Yeah, because they don't have a quarter 2 plan right now, if I'm not mistaken. Because
no, it's supposed to be the Halo series. That's like they're back. They're trying to really build Paramount Plus, but it's like look what it's like. Peacock, like NBC Universal, is trying to do the we have a movie on here same day as release, like that. I had no idea they were rebooting Firestarter, the Stephen King book, which was also a movie, and it's with Zack Efron in it. I'm like, what the fuck?
But that's what I'm saying. It's no money in streaming, whether it be movies, TV shows, music, and then you adding these actors that were hot like 5 years ago, actresses as well 5 years ago. Why are they gonna buy that shit when I can get, like, me? I got the login information because of somebody. That's
a smart movie to have on streaming, because it's little risk, little reward.
But
that movie probably only cost $3 million to make.
That's for $3 million. They probably not gonna recoup.
Because
it's like, okay, so
it's better than putting $80 million into like a movie like fucking, I don't know, Need for Speed, and then you're not gonna make 2 times what you thought you were gonna make.
Yeah, I'm looking up the releases that they have this year, because all we know of is Top Gun as far as the movie.
Well, that's Paramount. I was talking about Universal for a second, because Universal has Jurassic World Dominion. I didn't even watch the trailer because I'm completely out on that franchise.
No, don't. Hey, man. Hard fucking pass of the week. That trailer.
That's
pass of the movie. Yeah.
That's yours. We'll do our new segment, our hard fucking pass of the week. So yours is Jurassic World. So you watched the trailer?
Only good thing is that pressure in there. That woman. That's it. It's a woman. Yeah, I seen you the IMDb.
Oh, is it the girl from DeWanda Wines? From
the one with the hair.
Okay.
Yeah, Skip. Yeah, that one right there. Her. That's it. Otherwise than that, I don't give a fuck about the fucking dinosaurs running down from UK. I don't fucking Italy, wherever they at. I don't care about the ice dinosaurs. I never believed in dinosaurs to begin with.
Yeah, I've never been a big dinosaur person. My youngest stepbrother, like when I first moved here, he loved dinosaurs. I'm like, them shits are okay. Like they're not fucking, robots. But like,
if I want to see dinosaurs, I could watch BRP every week.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. But no, I mean, literally the only time I was hyped for Jurassic anything was Jurassic World because of the shot of Chris Pratt driving the motorcycle and the Raptors are running alongside. I'm like, that
Oh,
shit
you
was
mean
dope.
White Dragon 2?
Hey, the real White Dragon, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have played that role. Oh no, he would have went for an Oscar.
Oh, he would have said the word, and James Gunn would be like, "That's not in the script." And Chris Pratt's like, "Nah, it's good, it's good."
Yeah. No, somebody said Jackson Riker gonna come out like that to an indie show.
Like, I definitely believe that.
He say the word, the motherfucker. That might be his finisher.
Are you like the devil Orlando? Like, say it.
Hey man, that motherfucker, that might be the finisher.
But
I'm looking at Paramount releases too as we talk.
But my hard fucking pass of the week is this fucking Lord of the Rings Amazon series. Nope.
Yeah, nah. Turn that up. I can't wait for that shit.
I don't give a fuck about elves, dwarves, none of that shit. No.
How the fuck you gonna give a fuck? Yeah. How don't you care about an elf and you won?
What do you mean?
You an elf, motherfucker.
How dare you say little. I will smack the shit out of you in Dallas. I'm gonna walk up and go, bitch.
That's all right.
Then I'm gonna break my hand like
What Lil Wayne said, he can't save you. What do you mean by that? He can't save you. When he was at his disposition, he can't save you.
But no, I like I said, my thing with Lord of the Rings, all the walking, fucking just like, oh god. Like,
yeah, we walking.
Wrap this up, B. Wrap this up. The only thing I was ever interested in was the Aragorn story, because again, it's the I don't want your life. That's the only part of the thing I enjoyed was his story of a half elf, half human prince who I don't want the throne. That's the only part I ever liked about Game of Thrones as well. When Jon Snow was like, "You should be king," he's like, "I don't want to be king." Like, don't give me all this pressure. Like,
hey man,
can I just serve like a soldier? Like,
I'm all in. It's multiple stories set across multiple times, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or it takes place after Return.
And that's why I hate TV, because like I hate 16 stories in one episode. Like, come on.
So you hate it, and I got to, like I told you, I got to catch up on Snowfall before the next season. I think this week as well. Shit.
Yeah, I said that was my biggest problem with Snowfall was the Teddy story and the Oso story. I only cared about Franklin and what was going on there. Teddy was only good when it was him and his brother flying the plane and shit. That was the only side story I took. But the rest of it, I'm like, I don't care about any of this. This shit isn't entertaining. That's why I always prefer movies compared to TV, because it's, you know.
You didn't care about the fine girl becoming a crackhead, his ex?
Well, that's part of the Franklin story.
Okay, that makes more sense. Cool.
Yeah, no, because the initial report when Amazon had bought it was like they were going to make it a young Aragorn story, but then people were like, that's only like 20 pages of the book or whatever, or like something like barely anything like that. So they're like, how are you going to stretch this all out? Oh, you fucking nerd.
Yeah, I read the book. That Hobbit book, I read that.
Oh my! And you saw those movies. See, I never bothered with the Hobbit.
That third one, it wasn't. The second one really wasn't needed. But I understood.
None of them were.
No, the third one wasn't needed. The
first
one,
Peter Jackson.
Now that frame per second shit, that 30 or whatever frames per second.
Oh, you mean
dog? I was at Del Amo Theater in Torrance, California. I was like, I said, bro, I'm going through the Matrix right now.
Nah, and you know what? That third one, Return of the King, won the Oscars, and the Oscars were announced this week. We had called it. It was obvious from the start. But Denzel, Will Smith, Jordan, Kobe, backing up. I mean, you and I knew Denzel just based off the trailer for Macbeth that he was going to get nominated because it's Denzel, it's Shakespeare. And then we saw the movie and it was like, it's not even You Still Got It. It's Dirk with the 1 foot fadeaway. Like, it's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Even
Kareem with the hood, which is a better analogy.
Year 7, year 23. You don't have to slander Dirk like that. Come on.
Yeah.
My man was running up like Terry Funk. Like, every play
he even said recently, I was supposed to retire 2 years prior. No fucking shit. You could have retired after 2011.
But he was getting that money.
He was good. He fucking like the king of Dallas.
You gonna pass up $20 million?
Shit.
Exactly.
You could chop my foot for $20 million.
But no, and I still haven't seen King Richard, but like you had said, it's a great performance by Will
Whenever
Smith.
you're ready. That's all I'll say.
I'm not watching that movie now. Even if this
Why?
man wins the Oscar. Because I can't stand Will Smith at this point. I could barely stand him a decade ago.
Here, I understand, but here's why you should watch it. It makes you say, for all the bullshit that he's been putting people through for the, not even him, his fucking wife, who's a hack.
And those
Just
kids.
The kids ain't been doing shit. One of them is putting out, well, both of them are putting out great music. What the kid do? You never been to Malibu. That's why you don't like Jaden Smith music. If you go to Malibu, it'll make sense why that music is fire. It's as the kids say, it's a vibe. That's why I love his music. I've been a fan of his for years. No, but when you got to, like, I hate to tell people you got to watch something. I would suggest for their story, for everything you've heard about him, watch it, because it wasn't like he was doing like, imitation. He became Richard, like how Richard sound for real.
See, and that's why I don't want to watch it, because, and this is, we'll have Cal on for an Oscars episode, not to preview the Oscars, to talk about what's wrong with the Oscars and to give performances that we loved that didn't get Oscars to give them Oscars.
Hey, Cal, Doom gonna win a lot of shit.
But the one thing I hate about the Oscars is the Will Smith thing. Like, if you play someone real, they will reward you, regardless of if someone played a better role, where they had to create someone from scratch. You're going to win because you acted as someone different instead of acting as someone who doesn't exist.
But that's still hard. It's not. God damn, I hate hearing my accent now.
No,
Since it's my LA accent, now I fucking hear it.
That hard, good.
Yeah, it's like, damn, and I'm not doing that on purpose. It's. I understand what you mean, because
No, it's not hard because you have a basis. You can watch footage of Richard Williams.
But it's hard to become that person. I understand what you mean, because Macbeth. All right, so maybe this person existed in was it Edgar Allan Poe? Who wrote that shit? Shakespeare.
No, the thing with that is you can watch how many performances of Macbeth prior, because it's been done so many times.
But then
I'm saying for the other people in the category. Let me see who the other three guys are.
But then that doesn't make you good, because you looking at his work and you stealing it. Not saying that's bad, because you know what I mean, nothing is original. But let's say if Denzel saw who did that 80s version, 90s. Sorry,
so there's Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom. That was again based off.
He might actually win.
That was based off the guy that wrote Rent. Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog, and then Javier Bardem as Desi Arnaz in Being the Ricardos.
He shouldn't even be on that list. He did all right, but he shouldn't be on that list. That movie was boring as hell anyway.
But 3 of those are real people, and the other 2 are based off literature. Let me check. I think The Power of the Dog is based off a book. I don't think it was someone that was real.
No, it was a book.
Yeah.
I still need to watch that as well. And then Tick Tick Boom Boom was a little too simpy for me, but I still plan on watching.
Why you Tick Tick Boom? I think of Click Click Boom by Saliva.
That as well, or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang for some reason.
Great movie.
Yeah, that's when he was stay off the crack. You think Robert Downey Jr. got that news from Joe Biden? Was like, shit, I might have to get back in the game.
Which one?
The free crack pipes. I'm about to for real.
Am I late for the 5 o'clock free crack giveaway? Okay, Rhonda.
He for real about to be Iron Man. Mr. Stark, you blasting off. I know.
Nothing like the sweet taste of crack in your lungs.
No, when you make that much money, you go back to crack. Maybe. No, but you can't fault him for doing somebody that's an actual person.
No, I don't blame the people. I only blame them because they, more often than not now, actors who haven't gotten one will seek out these roles to get an Oscar. So I only blame Will Smith in that aspect. No. Well, because again, it is a campaign at the end of the day. You are correct with that.
You have to blame the agent for everything and the PR people for the other shit that we don't need. But you can't tell somebody like Will Smith, you can't say this because it's Will Smith. That's what she fails to realize being his wife. And I'm not trying to be on no he-man, woman hater shit. I'm just saying she forgot.
Not this time.
No. And it'd be all jokes anyway, because I don't give a fuck. You can't tell Ali what to do, but yet you was fucking Set It Off. Not saying Set It Off is a bad movie, but at the same time, why the fuck y'all trying to take $10,000 and everybody died for it? But you can't tell Ali what to do. You can't tell Mike Lowry what to do. You can't tell Will from the Fresh Prince. You can't tell Agent Smith. So you see how I can keep going, right? You can't, but you was in Gotham. Agent, what was his name in Men in Black?
J.
There you go, Agent J. I mean, I don't remember his character from the Wild Wild West.
Agent Smith is the Matrix. I'm like, don't forget, he turned down the Matrix.
See?
But then she could take the role. Fucking bitch.
See? Oh, okay. So I'm the problem. All right, y'all.
No, that was supposed to be like the under, like say I should fucking bitch.
So for the 100 subscribers that's listening,
rock on, bust your little.
So the 100 subscriber that's listening, he the one that's be saying the word all the time, not me.
But no, you knew she took that role because he turned it down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't tell me
divorce the woman, be a man.
It's a little harder than that.
Be a man.
So I don't know if we can have this talk. I don't want to sound like them fresh and the word that was said on Peacemaker people. But
no, we're not going back there. Stop it. Nope.
No. But still, you can't tell him to do that at this point where it's just like, well, shit, that's $150 million gone. It's the Michael Jordan shit. Like, I just had a conversation.
He'll make more.
Nah, that's over, bro. That's not.
He gets residuals. Come on.
From the Fresh Prince?
From everything. His movies are always on cable. What do you mean?
Bruh, that's not going to get me back to 150 mil. Let's say she take 150.
Well, then have her,
So in October, you should have a glove.
The other son ain't doing shit. Do the OJ. Now I'm turning into my father.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, all right, bro. The apple don't fall far from the tree, goddamn it. No, but you can't. So what you saying is in fact correct, but it's like, bro, you have to blame his agent. You got to blame his PR for the other shit, for everything that's been going on. But at the same time, if this is how he gets his Oscar, then fuck it, because he was long overdue for it anyway.
Really?
He got nominated for Ali. He did great as Ali.
It's still Muhammad Ali. I don't think anyone could come close to playing him.
Wait. I'm a little confused. So if you get nominated for an icon.
No, I'm saying, like, did you think the guy, I still haven't seen One Night in Miami, but did you think the guy that played Ali in One Night in Miami was good?
Not as good as Will Smith, because we got to see Will Smith longer in Ali. And he actually, you know what I mean?
That's also kind of the thing about Ali, it was a little too long. That's the Michael Mann thing, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, because what can you take out, honestly? Because they put in everything that was right for the most part.
Well, now they would make that a series.
Which would be better. Well, that's what they're doing with the Tyson.
Exactly.
Whenever that comes out in 2025.
God, no, that's like I said, that's Vermahan. That's coming soon. Coming soon.
Yeah, that's when he done did 3 other movies. He on set right now as we speak, literally. So it's like, but I mean, all good things take time, I guess is what they say. But if he gets one for Richard, it's good, because this story is something we heard damn near 30 years ago about them. And then it doesn't make Richard look like the hero all the way. That's what I was a little nervous about, because it made him look like, damn, this dude's a prick. Because when he had, you'll watch it, it's not spoilers, real life shit. He had kids prior to being with Venus and Serena mom. And then when you see a kitchen scene and she talks about your son came to the door asking for money and all that, I guess that's known shit. But he had kids prior to that. So it doesn't make him look like a hero. It actually makes him look more like a psychopath. But then it's a way when you write something good.
That was already the perception. And any sports dad, like what they were saying about LeVar Ball, but look at him now. Like, both
that's what I'm saying. It's the end result. It's just like everything you may do in your life, I might do in my life. Like, I do a lot of shit. I'm like, dude, I might be a fucking psychopath. But
no, I know I am.
Yeah, but in the end result, you see where it gets you. So it's like, in order to get to where you're supposed to go, you might have to do some abnormal shit. It's not like he was a fucked up father. we don't know what he was doing in his past relationship with his ex-wives or whoever when he had kids. Maybe he was on her. Sometime that happened. He's like, fuck it. Let me go over here, get with this woman, and I created.
Well, it's the Ric Flair
legends.
thing. You know, every night was
got-
the greatest night of Ric Flair's life.
But he had to go through them nights to eventually be able to give us a Charlotte. Now we got one of the greatest workers of all time. We had David Flair, but you know, what I mean, he was Crowbar. He was with Crowbar and shit. That was cool.
David, you are not the greatest moment of my life. These tears are for something else.
The cocaine is wearing off. David, Daphne is a great worker. God bless her soul. But you.
But I can't think of
in Crowbar.
Let me look up Best Picture because these are the only other two things I really care about. They didn't nominate Macbeth, which I was kind of shocked by.
No, it's Denzel. It's like, bro, it's a cheat code at this point. He's been a cheat code for 20 years.
But here's what they nominated. They nominated Don't Look Up, which was just fucking awful.
Look what other Zell said. It's the LeVar Ball. It goes back to the LeVar Ball thing. Like LeVar said out his own mouth.
Oh yeah, he looked at it. He's like, yeah. That looks bad because it's like for breeding purposes. Like,
but that's what you're supposed to have kids for, right?
I know.
If you ain't in the midst of being lustful, you picking the right partner because you know this partner could bring you what you need from your genetic coding and hers. That's why when two stupid motherfuckers get together, they make a stupid motherfucker, and we keep getting more stupid motherfuckers in this planet instead of smart motherfuckers because you just laying your shit down.
So here we have Nightmare Alley, which was the Guillermo del Toro movie. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I will.
I doubt.
Did you see it?
I'm not watching that shit. Yo, Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah, you don't like Bradley.
I'm gonna have
Cooper,
a take about him soon.
Don't Look Up, like I said, just fucking awful. Dune, which is dope.
Phenomenal.
Drive My Car, which is a foreign film. Belfast, which is Kenneth Branagh's biography about himself, basically. Licorice Pizza, which is Paul Thomas Anderson's movie about.
Yo, what the fuck is that? I keep hearing that shit.
So Paul Thomas Anderson, who did Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, I know.
It's basically about an older woman dating a teenager in like 1970s LA, and it's about like both of them trying to be in the movie business. Yeah.
Oh, so 2022 LA.
The Power of the Dog, West Side Story, which is like, you got to be fucking shitting me at this point. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. I can't see. This is why I mean. Like, when we have Cal on, I'm like, the Oscars, they need to shut this shit down. It's fucking stupid. Like, this movie was nominated 60 fucking years ago, and just because it's Steven fucking Spielberg, you're gonna give it another shot? No.
That's how it works. It's the cheat code.
That's why I say it's stupid. That's why we should never, ever, ever pay attention to these again, because it's literally a fucking jerk off session with these people.
So if he makes that movie, which is the biopic about his life,
I'm saying it's
everything.
I'm saying if anyone else had made West Side Story, it wouldn't have got nominated.
No, it would have flopped. It did flop actually. It didn't make no money.
Because it's fucking West Side Story in 2021, 2022. Like,
because everybody that watched that shit is probably fucking dead.
King Richard, which, you know, if you're gonna nominate two performances, you have to nominate them, because I think the young actress got nominated as well, right?
I hope so.
I think she did for Best Supporting Actress.
I hope the guy she did. She killed that shit.
Oh no, I think the mom did. Let me see.
Yeah, the mom did. I know. The mom for sure. But the mom wasn't even like she got her bars off, but she wasn't as prominent as the little girl. And
Coda, which is also oh no, this isn't one.
I thought they said that Pig movie was gonna get nominated for something.
No, come on.
I swear I heard that.
Nick Cage?
Hey man. His biopic come out next month?
Oh no, not biopic. You mean the movie where he plays himself?
This is biopic. Come on next month.
No, it's not.
With Tiffany Haddish. Hey, Tiffany Haddish.
And The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal.
Tiffany Haddish, I'm on your ass. Your ass.
But yeah, literally just like, when I saw West Side Story and Don't Look Up, I was like, you fucking assholes who vote for this shit. I'm not even mad about like the Spider-Man No Way Home, because that literally makes sense. Like, as much as I love Spider-Man No Way Home and think it's great, the Oscars are never going to reward anything like that. Don't forget, people legit had to be like, you are some racist if you don't nominate Black Panther. So they were just like, Black Panther is nominated. Yeah. Don't get mad at us, because they had gotten backlash from the previous 2-3 years.
Because Will Smith and his wife led the campaign.
Well, no, they had the Oscars So White thing, and then they did the whole La La Land Moonlight, Moonlight debacle. I almost thought I said Moonlight for a second. Did I?
Yeah, next month we eating.
But either way, they had that whole debacle where they're like, La La Land won, and they were like, well, if you read the card, it didn't obviously win. So what was that about? And then then they fucking chose Shape of Water over Get Out, which,
yeah.
And then the next year they fucking rewarded Green Book, which was reverse Driving Miss Daisy. So again, it just shows like, and then finally they rewarded Parasite, which is actually really good. But I still think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was better.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
Yeah, because you like that bullshit.
I do.
That ain't my poster. This is
But Parasite was good.
It was better than that shit right there.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't say nigga one time. Ain't that a bitch? He broke the record. Quentin Tarantino.
And the Manson movie of all things.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for the Manson movie. I thought he was gonna be cutting somebody up and saying that.
You know why? Because people were like, after Django and Hateful Eight, they were just like, hey, you gotta stop, because it's
no, wait till the next movie. Kill Bill 3 for sure. Vivica Fox.
No, it's not gonna be Kill Bill 3. I hope it would be, but it's not.
Man, what the fuck is she doing?
Uma Thurman?
Yeah.
She's doing a lot of things. I think she has a series coming up about Uber, and I think she has another series. She's doing a lot.
I ain't seen Uma Thurman in 15 years.
Didn't see her when she was on what was that? Fuck.
I seen her in one of the greatest movies of all time, though.
Don't you dare say it.
Gotham City.
Nope.
The city of justice.
Well,
you know who sung that song?
Yeah. Pee on you, I pee on you.
That's what I said. Keep going.
Trip.
Because I thought you were about to call him the GOAT.
No, whoa, you better shut the fuck up. Well, when they have the Oscars, they also have the Razzies. And the Razzies this year gave one man his own fucking category.
No one man should have all that power.
Legit. Bruce Willis, the man who was just like, yeah, I'll sign up and do your movie, yeah. How much? What days? Yeah, sounds good. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. That's how he literally shows up playing like, so I'm making a movie.
Quick question. You can ask Big Mike this. Legit, how long has Bruce Willis been famous? You want to say from that TV show that got him started, or you want to say Die Hard with a Vengeance?
It would have to probably be Die Hard.
The first one, out the gate.
Yeah.
So at this point, and you're not even talking bad about him. At this point, when people say he's doing Redbox movies, he's doing Netflix movies.
Well, he is. I would talk about him like no one should ever hire Bruce Willis again for like a big time movie after what he's done the last 10 years.
So this is where you got a good agent. In a sense, like Will Smith. When you are that top echelon of Hollywood, even though you washed up at this point, quote unquote, it's like, bro, what you want to do? You want to just retire? You made hundreds of millions of dollars off doing these movies. You're getting stupid money from Die Hard still. And I'm just talking about Die Hard with a Vengeance. I ain't even talking about the first one. It's like, bro, you've been famous for 30 years. Yo, Armageddon check is only probably like $5. That's
no, come on.
No, you get money for it. It's like he's been famous for. Die Hard came out in 88, right?
Yeah, 88, 89. Let me check.
Yeah, because I was just born. I was probably 4 days old when Die Hard came out. If anybody now y'all motherfuckers know my birthday and what year I was born. Yeah, I'm old, motherfucker, but I'm here and I look good. You look good.
But don't forget, he crashed and burned right away because Pulp Fiction was like a big comeback for him and Travolta, and it had only been 6 years since that.
I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about when he had that sword in the basement. I don't know why. Pause.
We're like that. Dun, 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 dun,
Hey,
dun, 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 dun.
you think they try to pitch that to Big Rames? Like, hey, can you do that scene for Pulp Fiction in Mission Impossible?
No, see, that's why I think it's funny when they wrote the character of Luther Stickle. They're like, it's you in Pulp Fiction. And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, but you're on the fucking laptop. And he's like, say a word, son. Say a word.
Is he broke with that Comic Sans movie?
But
third Zill, he said, is he broke?
Bruce Willis, no, I mean, granted, this man's, I think he had the Demi Moore marriage. He might have had another one before. Literally, he became a headache to work with in Hollywood. There's a famous Kevin Smith story where he shit talks him about this guy was an idol to him. He looked up to him, was one of his favorite actors, and he got to work with him. It was one of the most awful experiences he ever had, and he wanted to retire. He almost basically did.
Chuffa, it's words that's not needed.
Then there was the famous Expendables 3 casting where he wanted, I think, $1 million to show for a day's work, and Sly Stallone's like, no. So they replaced him with
say it properly. No.
Oh, hey Bruce, I got you coming down the set. And then Bruce was like, I want $2 million. And so like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able. I got a huge grandmother,
What did he say in First Blood? Have you ever seen First Blood?
Yeah, I've only seen it once. But so they were like, we're not paying you that much for one day. So they replaced him with Harrison Ford. And the irony is the role was a pilot. So Harrison Ford, I'm gonna fly the plane myself. Hopefully I don't crash it. Yeah.
And he did, in fact, crash.
And he did.
One time.
Not that time. Not that time. He did before, and then he did after that movie. That's the irony. Like
the funniest thing about that fucking movie, the scene where he said, "What language is he speaking?" When he's talking bricks. When he's talking Deckard Shaw. That was in the third one, I think.
I put it on one time, and it was instantly forgettable.
So Expendables 3 with Harrison Ford, he's on the phone with Church, and then he's on the phone with Jason Statham's character.
Christmas.
So, yeah, we just gonna call him Deckard Shaw. That's his name. Fuck it. I don't care what Jason Statham do. He Deckard Shaw because of this podcast. So he has a scene with them. I'll send you the scene. And Harrison Ford just having a conversation. He's like, who's this? Christmas. Who is it? And then he went back to Sylvester Stallone. So he understands Sylvester Stallone, right? But then when Christmas get back on the phone, or Deckard Shaw get back on the phone, he starts speaking. I don't remember the words, so I just got to mumble. We were going somewhere. And then Harrison Ford says, what goddamn language is he speaking? Bro, when I tell you...
Did you ever hear when Mean Gene was like, don't speak that Spanish, that Mexican to me, I think, to Juventud Guerrera, or whatever. It's I'm like, I already sent you the promo, again, the famous tear in my eye, where he's like, put that cigarette out. This fucking bitch was legit just like an asshole in interviewing people.
Yeah, he's just like you, little Minnesota dude.
I'm gonna. But no, name the films, if you have them, that Bruce Willis is in for these. I guarantee.
I'm on the IMDb, bruh. If y'all think he got busy last year, wait till y'all see 2022. He legit is doing movies for a week. I wish I could pull it up. I'll just name the movies. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
He getting busy. He hear all the slander y'all saying because, bruh, the list of movies he has this year alone, it's 10 movies he got coming out this year. All right. I'm on Screen Rant right now.
Okay, I have the list for all the roles that are nominated for the worst performance: Siege, Apex, Cosmic Sin, Deadlock, Fortress, Midnight in the Switchgrass, Out of Death, Survive the Game.
It has 0% on Screen Rant. I gotta watch these. What did I say? I said my goal is to watch all these movies.
Please don't. Please
I
don't.
got to. For the sake of the podcast, I'll do it. Yo, how you get a
Apparently-
0% for a movie?
Hang on. Apparently, there's an article from last year on Vulture titled "The King of the Geezer Teasers." Inside Randall Emmett's direct-to-video empire, where many Hollywood stars have found lucrative early retirement. It's an image with cartoon drawings of Pacino, De Niro, Stallone, Travolta, I should say, Nick Cage, and Bruce Willis. Because that is true. All of these movies. And then you would send me something about Liam Neeson's Naked Gun movie, which I think I had forgotten that was even going to be a thing.
Hey,
And
man,
who
Liam
knows?
Neeson, get the fuck out the game, bruh.
Then you got to tell Bruce Willis the same thing.
No, but I could watch that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, but
I'm not
you know what
seeing
Liam
him
Neeson
make
does
fucking
have.
Taken it with a different name. I'm about to use the Boosie meme to define him. Get the fuck right now.
And Liam Neeson did that the whole thing where, like, I would chase them down at night and think about hoping that one of them would attack me so I could get them.
Yeah, he trying to do the white dragon shit.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
He trying to
sheesh.
chase niggas. He talking
Irish right dragon.
about- My friend said that the nigga was chasing.
One of these fellers came up on her, and I'd hope and pray that they'd find me.
And I want him to chase me, and I'll try to do the taking shit. That shit ain't gonna work, bruh. Motherfuckers. Shouts out to my Africans overseas. They gonna kick the dog shit out you. They play soccer.
No, that's what's
bro.
funny. Like I've watched Batman Begins, and like the fight scenes are so bad in the Nolan movies. Christian Bale fights like this, and then you can tell Liam Neeson can only do like, because they like it's oh god.
Motherfucker, he'll have a person right here. What you do? And then he'll take the motherfucker. Fucking fighting like Steven Seagal.
No wonder fucking Tom Hardy was like, I'm gonna fucking murder you, bitch, because I can fucking.
And then he be moving like Kurt Angle when he be fighting because his neck can't move.
Well, yeah. But that's when we talk about the Dark Knight, I'll explain it. Chris Nolan doesn't care about fight scenes; he cares about the big set piece.
Rachel, I'm getting my ass beat. Rachel by everybody. That motherfucker
It's
had no.
you know what? It's because he has these teeth where he's like, Rachel, I've got something to tell you.
That motherfucker got Chihuahua teeth.
You want to give it to an ordinary citizen.
Oh, I look like Bobby Brown.
And he's got like a strong Welsh accent. You know whose accent's on the fucking fritz in those movies? Gary Oldman. He's like, I was trying to solve the crime. Like he's in between American and British, and he's like, Harvey Dent was on the. Just like, oh, and this man fucking won an Oscar a decade later.
I was just thinking about it. And Tinker Taker Soldier.
I still haven't seen Tinker Tailor.
You want to go to sleep? Go watch that. I fell flat asleep when that shit first came out. I had a screener copy too.
But no, I mean the Bruce Willis thing. And then people have continued to try to like I said, bring him back to life. Ryan Johnson with Looper. He hadn't gone that full direct to video route yet, but that's kind of like his last real mainstream role. I mean, he might have had Red 2 before or after. I think after. But Hollywood was kind of getting tired of like, you know what, we're not going to pay Bruce Willis all this money to like lead these mediocre movies anymore. So then he went straight to video.
If you want, I have all the movies right here.
No, I just read the ones that he's nominated for. I mean, I can guarantee the ones come. And he had that Death Wish reboot like 2 or 3 years ago with Eli Roth directing it, which was just like he was also looking for a check.
He legit has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 movies coming out this year alone.
Yeah.
He has one with Mike Tyson that's coming out.
Hey, Mike, big fan, Mike.
Well, thank you, Mr. Willis.
Bruce Willis, my favorite Die Hard, yeah.
Now you gonna OD with the list?
Mike, you don't hit him so Die Hard.
You know, if I were to be in this movie, I just want to, punch him. The old me would have been enraged and I would have been enamored with violence. But that's not me anymore.
Mike, that's cool. Yeah. You got a cigarette, Mike? That's the whole thing. I mean, this man made The Last Boy Scout with Damon Wayans Sr., which is phenomenal. I mean, this man again was like an icon in fucking movies and just like, sheesh.
Yeah, that was 20-some years ago, bro. I got the bag. What else I'm gonna do?
But you know what? That segues into another thing because don't forget he did that fucking battery commercial, which is Die Hard influenced. Remember where he's like, all right, John, you did this, and they even brought back, I think, the limo driver for Die Hard to be in the fucking like Duralast commercial.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, done it. And I mean,
have you ever seen the outtake for Cop Out? Where him and
No.
Tracy Morgan had that scene where they was pulling up. He says, John McClane, NYPD during the take, and then he immediately says, fuck.
All I
I'm gonna
know is
see that
that
clip.
there's this, like, Kevin Smith when he talks about making it, he's like, I'm just filming the camera and I want them to do some like improv, you know, because Tracy Morgan's Tracy Morgan, and you know, kind of get some natural banter. And that's just kind of how my style is. And Tracy Morgan says something, and then Bruce was like looking around, was like, is that Connie Chung? And Kevin Smith's like, all this guy knows is stuff from the 90s. It's like, that's his reference. Whereas like,
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan is like, hey, you want to watch last night? Frankenstein. I watched Frankenstein last night. You know what? Why was he so mean to Fritz? I like Fritz.
Dog, one of the funniest things, and you know, who shot your man? What's his name? Alec Baldwin? Mr. Send You the God. Yeah. He
Y'all
was
want to
on-
see a dead body?
and he-
See, I can only do 2 Kendrick Lamar impersonations. That and the Yahoo, this stuff and natty. My pep talk turned into a pep ratty.
You're gonna be doing a lot of impressions tonight.
Say she from the
Going off
hood,
the
but she live in
halftime.
Silicon Valley now. Vacant in Atlanta, then she going back to Cali.
This motherfucker just did the verse of fucking
Got your
Problem.
girl on my line, word on my line. The irony, I fuck him at the same damn time. She eyeing me like I don't exist. No.
Right, I'm
Girl,
about to say, go
I
ahead,
know
get
you
your-
want this dick. Yeah. I mean, that's like his, like, that's the only, yeah. But he's like, yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
You gonna do that tomorrow? You gonna send that text message?
Girl,
Girl, I know you. I might just do
howdy,
that.
bear, hallelujah.
I might just do that. Yeah, I know you want this dick. You're getting canceled. Oh shit!
Why are him and A$AP Rocky dressed the same in that video?
Because it's a fucking problem now. I might start dressing like A$AP Rocky.
Remember Brown wrote an article on Grantland where it was like breaking down the videos. Like Drake has 2 different outfits. Kendrick Lamar and A$AP Rocky are dressed the same. 2 Chainz isn't even on the same set. It's just like one of the most baffling videos ever for a great song.
Hey, cut your girl. Now your girl need a band-aid.
Strip around like a gun range.
Beat her up like
Beat up like Rampage. 2 pop in a nose ring.
Coupe color mayonnaise.
Early 2010s.
Same time champagne.
But no, that's the only that is the y'all want to see a dead body. Instrumentals on my trouble on my mind. But
Yeah. Oh, what I was saying about that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So no, Alec Baldwin. You know, Mr. Kill Your Girl. He was on some interview a while ago.
have some respect, goddamn.
About Alec Baldwin. I don't like his career. That's what you was talking about? Hey, bro, don't ever eat strawberries on the podcast with me again, by the way. Fire burn. What was I saying? Anyhow, he was talking about how Tracy Morgan be on set. He talking about it'd be 6 a.m. call time, and he'll just be sitting there watching Michael Jackson's I'll Be There performance. He'd be like, man, Michael was powerful, man. 6 a.m. just watching his performance live.
Would you ever see the great 30 Rock scene where he does the impression? Like, they try to reach Tracy's character, and he's like, be my dad. Hey, dummy. And like Alec Baldwin does, like, he gambled away my welfare check. And then
Yeah,
he
I've
does
seen
like,
it.
and then Tracy's like, do the white guy my mom dated. He's like, well, Tracy, see, it's impolite to slurp your soup. It's literally one of the funniest scenes ever.
seen
Because
30
Alec Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's like, hey, don't be doing like a black voice and a black mom, and then he does Howard Cosell.
I'm very surprised I've seen 30 Rock. I finished the whole show.
Really, I can never do the whole
Yeah,
show.
I'm surprised I did. I don't know, man.
Matt Damon was doing on 30 Rock, and now he's in
was.
fucking Bitcoin commercials.
Oh, because he better do something because that fucking movie career ain't panning out so well.
I watched the first like hour and 20 minutes of The Last Duel last Sunday. It's all right. I haven't finished it yet.
I can't get over the fucking wigs and the goatee.
It's not that. Shouts to Ben Affleck. He was like, I'm going to get the blonde wig. I'm going to get the blonde goatee. And I'm just going to drink and fuck in this movie. Like I do in real life.
He looked like Rick Rude, low key. He looks like Rick Rude with that shit.
No.
This Rick Rude.
Sweat hogs.
Yeah. Yesterday's price is not today's price, Rick Rude. When I was on Raw yesterday and then I show up on Nitro.
I had saw last, I think like a week or two ago when he throws, "You too good to have a drink of me, huh, Sting?" And he throws a drink in his face. Like, come on, you son of a bitch. Or whatever. Like,
well, because Sting.
And Steve Borden was like, "Man, I'm already an alcoholic. You got to relax throwing drinks in my face." Like,
right. Hey, yo, people forgot.
Battling demons over like.
People forgot it was a time. Yo, I remember. Fuck it, we always do this, but this is how you know we good at this shit. I remember when he was on TBN or whatever, the little Christian shit. He was on that. No disrespect if anybody.
Oh, it's Steve Borden.
Yeah, I remember he was on there, right? And this was like, so he comes on the show, and I was like, "Yo, is that Sting?" I ain't say fucking because my mom would have slapped me. I was like, "Yo, is that Sting?" And he came on TBN, right? And I remember he fucking sat down, and he had this little talk. They played a trailer because he had like a documentary about him becoming Christian. Yeah, straight up. It's like a little small documentary you could find. I think it's out there. I'm gonna look for it. And I'm gonna.
Because he was tired of doing drugs and cheating on his wife.
It was that. It was the steroids, and it was like.
Yeah, it was the roids too. Yeah.
I swear they say he did heroin, but I'm probably tripping. Anyhow.
Nah.
Yeah, but they was talking about that. So I remember the trailer, right? It was a weird ass scene. I remember this vividly, like it was yesterday. It was like one scene where he was like on some gurney or something, or on like some like Dr. Frankenstein table, and like it was like some people covering him, like it was some freaky shit. I'm like, yo, this supposed to be Christian TV. What the fuck y'all doing, bro? But the Bible's scary anyhow. So it was like some people coming down him. He's like, bro, he put on a promo of a lifetime. He was screaming on the gurney or the table, and then they just cut, and then it's just like he was like, "Jesus save me," and you know what I mean, all that. And then he was just like talking about how he became Christian. But that's around the time he was on TNA. So my mom was like watching it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, he on TNA."
He had been saved. He had found Christ. I think right as the Crow run was happening. That's why he looked different, because he wasn't on the roids. Like he said, he stopped drinking and he stopped doing drugs. But then, yeah, I think probably at that time I found God 6 years ago, and I thank him every day. Like,
well, how do you explain to God that you doing shit with Vampiro where you getting draped in blood
or set on fire and
I ain't
getting thrown off a building?
That was you, bruh. That was you, Steve. You was getting blood spattered on you from the motherfucker. First
and
of
not
all,
blood, and not the sweet blood of Christ.
No, that was the blood of goddamn Angelina Jolie. Since that was around the time she was putting it in fucking tranquils. Hey, Vampiro had a fire ass theme song too in WCW. That shit was phenomenal. Motherfucker be coming out doing this shit. I don't know why he was doing this with his hands, but I remember vividly this shit was fire. And then that little spinning kick, that was his finisher. That little weak ass little spinning kick. He's a prick apparently. According to Chris Jericho. According to Chris
Jericho. You mean the white Hispanic Canadian?
Yeah. And Chris Jericho book, he talked about that. He was like, bro, how you up here speaking Spanish and all this shit? Talking about I speak Spanish and these languages. Chris Jericho was like, bro, no, you don't.
His name's Ian. Orale Ian.
Dog, just because you cool with Conan, you was getting it in triple.
Oh, I mean, he's just as bad as,
I ain't in it.
Strawberry. Speaking of strawberries.
I ain't in it. Hey, me and Hoovy, fool. I've missed Public Enemies doing that. Hey, me and Hoovy, we went down. Remember they was doing the voice of Conan? Let's tap in with Conan. Me and Hoovy,
little Ray Ray,
Little Ray Ray, like, bro, I'm 46. And I'm richer than you. You can't call me Lil Ray Ray no more.
¿Qué pasa ese? That was the whole thing with like AJ Styles and Chris Daniels when they were feuding with LAX. What you crackers or whatever he said, like, you white boys.
Oh no, you know what AJ said?
Oh no. All right.
Yeah, he definitely didn't like Cinco de Mayo ever again. Anytime Cinco de Mayo come up, AJ definitely like, get that goddamn beat.
Put that cigarette out.
Even though he looked like Jesus too. He looked like Mexican Jesus.
Shut that shit off.
Well, he
Hey, shut the fuck up.
he I think he in Augusta, Georgia, where the fuck
I think
city he in.
so. Blacks respond to drums. Hispanics respond to
What you say?
loud. No, remember the spell? He's like, white people. The whites love loud guitar music.
Except
Like,
for you.
no, I do occasionally. No, I do. Come on, just not all the time.
Well, fuck it.
You gotta have some balance.
You don't
gotta have
listen
some
to
balance.
real rock and roll. You
Like
listen,
what?
You listen.
Right now.
You are a fake rock and roll fan. You listen
yeah.
to Papa Roach. You are a drunk son of a bitch.
That was bad when white boys were like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rap, but we're gonna like play guitar at the same time.
I gotta relax because I don't want to slander the lead singer from Linkin Park because he's no longer with us. I don't want to do it. That's one of the worst things that come from. That's not LA County. Oh yeah, West Covina is LA County. That's one of the worst things that come from LA County. Is it really? I think it is LA County. Anyway, they from West Covina, so Linkin Park. I never liked y'all since 01, since Hybrid Theory.
Okay, we're not going back there. Come on, they have some good songs.
To y'all. I don't give.
Come on,
a
they
fuck
end
about,
Transformers. It's the perfect song.
I don't give
Transformers.
a fuck about. In the end, it doesn't really matter because I already know you fucking prick.
You know what? Because you're too busy fucking listening to country music.
Yeah, you don't like country music?
Fuck no. Look at you trying to be Dwayne Johnson.
I am. What's up, guys? Dwayne here. It's about love. It's about power. Haha.
Don't forget, he'll be He'll be like doing a fucking pregame speech for the Super Bowl tonight.
That's why I ain't watching. That's why I ain't watching. Boy, if y'all
you guys are
listen to that bullshit.
You guys made it here with nothing but $7 in your helmets.
Like, bruh,
and steroids in your body.
Odell about to be like, I got $1 million worth of Bitcoin. I'm good.
I said, speaking of Bitcoin, Matt Damon, Bitcoin. Zendaya is on fucking Squarespace. Like,
I'm on your ass.
I had mentioned a while ago that fucking Ben Affleck and Man Boy from Snowfall were in a fucking Caesars, not Caesars, I think MGM gambling commercial. They have JB Smoove, Academy Award winner Halle Berry, the Manning family in these Caesars commercials.
I'm not trying to be rude, but let me do the rock shit since we were talking about it.
Whoa.
JB Smoove is gonna get a check. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. Whether he's good or not.
Yeah, with that big ass hats, you gotta get a check with them big ass hats and suit.
But
Halle
no,
Berry,
like,
she was in. What was she in?
What do you mean?
I just want to know so I could look it up.
No, she's in the Caesars commercials with JB Smoove. That's the thing.
Halle Berry, here I come.
Sorry about T-Mart.
Right. Okay, I see you right now.
What are you gonna do? Hit me or something? Hit you? No.
God no. Yeah, I see it right now. Big head ass motherfucking Peyton Manning.
Eli Manning, Cooper Manning, Archie Manning, Patton Oswalt was in one. But no, like these celebrities have to do these commercials now. It's not like they never did them before. Because normally you'll hear like them in voiceovers, like John Hamm is in car commercial voiceovers, and he was doing some like TD, trades or whatever that fucking shit is. Commercials. John Cena was doing a shit ton of commercials post WWE and then pre Peacemaker, selling pistachios and then Experian and then even he was doing. Go ahead.
They got Halle Berry playing Cleopatra, right?
Yeah. Should she play Cleopatra in the movie?
Yeah, but yet that non-English speaking.
Hey, no!
I ain't watching the Death on It now.
Yeah, you are.
I gotta get past that part. I'll tell you off here about Uncharted too. I watched it.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah. We had said that was gonna happen when they announced that movie. we knew it was going to be bad. Come on, no one should be surprised.
It's actually worse than you expect.
No.
I'm telling you off here.
No, I know why. Because literally, if they had to get 18 people, if they try to get 18 people to make this movie a decade ago, it's not going to be good when they finally make it.
It's officially coming out next week, right?
Yeah.
I'll bash it next week. We'll wait till next week. Subscribe at
no.
Banks versus Davis because I got a little bit more than 10 minutes said about that movie. It's gonna be a Patrice O'Neal, Jim Norton rant.
But no, I'm not surprised to hear that. Like, because again, you watch the trailers, nothing about it seemed good. And I like Tom Holland. Mark Wahlberg, I mean, was good. He'll be in the Bruce Willis category in 10 years from now because he's not halfway there already.
No, that's what I was about to say, because I think at this point, if he's taking a movie, it's because legit it's worth the price. He doesn't have to work with him because he does things outside of just doing movies. But I'm not faulting Bruce Willis.
No, but I mean, like, his movies will go straight to TV. Right now, he's lucky because he's got like a Netflix deal, like what we're talking about, and what we will talk about again shortly. But 10 years from now, but no, he already had Spencer Confidential on there, and like that Mile 22 movie, which flopped in theaters, did well on Netflix when it went on there. So Netflix will try to lock him up to a long-term deal. But legit, but no, this Squarespace commercial of Zendaya also has fucking 3 sacks in it at the end. Andre Benjamin just shows up to be, and you who directed the commercial apparently, Edgar Wright.
Andre is such a weird. We know him, but he's such a weird figure. Like, he'll do something, and it's kind of fire. He'll do something and then just disappear. But then he'll do something like this. It's like, huh? Like, he'll give us a fire verse like he did on the Kanye album. That verse is phenomenal. But then he'll do that. He'll disappear. Then he'll come back and do another verse or something. But he did this instead. And it's like, how do you get in contact with him? Because every time you see him, he playing a flute fucking in the middle of nowhere. Like, do you just send a bird on a wire to him?
Is that why Key and Peele made fun of him with that sketch where he shows up dressed like Peter Pan or whatever? Oh, Big Boy's just like tired of him. We'll talk about Nope at the end of the episode. We'll get to Nope as well. But I think this was supposed to be a Super Bowl commercial. But since we're in the age of the internet, these commercials have to fucking air before the game, which again is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
And who cares about these commercials? Like, is it still middle of America that just like, yeah, I want to see Zendaya from the Euphoria and that Andre character from that group. I don't like them outcast niggas. I don't want to see that shit. And who the fuck is Edgar Wright? Is he some type of UK funny? What movie he did? You talking about the movie with the zombies and the policemen and that shit? And the motherfucking movie with the...
Are you Bill Cosby or are you... Less...
Can't say that
name. Now I can't. Now I'm wild after what you just said.
Can't say that name. Davis, if I were to do a commercial, it would be about... Because you see here, that's what they put me in jail for.
But no, like it's the companies that still believe in the Super Bowl because they have to pay all the money to get the spot anyway. Like there's this Nissan commercial with Brie Larson, Denai Guerrera, Dave Bautista,
and commercial right now. You saying Denai Guerrera
and Eugene Levy, and it's actually pretty good. But it's like they aired it 3 days ago. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it aired it on like the internet, but it's still like, I don't get it. You're ruining the surprise. The same thing like Colin Jost and Scott Johansson had a fucking Alexa commercial that's supposed to air during the game. It's like, and that was the thing. Like Nope was released today. And that was supposed to be one of the big movies released during the Super Bowl because more than that in the last 10 years. Kind of earlier because I remember. I think I really found out about Iron Man during that Patriots-Giants Super Bowl. Like, I saw the trailer for Iron Man, and I was like, wait a minute, Iron Man? Like, Iron Man? There's a movie? Like, what? I think at the same time they were promoting the trash classic Jumper, starring Samuel Jackson and Hayden Christensen. During that same Super Bowl. That's a trash classic. That movie is so dog shit, but I love it.
We might do a watch on.
No, it's so bad. No, I can't watch it ever again. It's literally so bad.
That was 07, right?
07, 08.
Yeah, I remember seeing it at the theaters. I said, I want to go home.
Yeah.
Because that was... When did that one movie, when they had superpowers, that was like a fake Akira movie with Michael B. Jordan?
Chronicle. That's great. That's a great movie.
I hate that movie.
No, that movie's amazing. Yeah, Jumper is 2008. That's what I thought. Because they were on like, because it was Fox. I remember vividly. Because I think the Iron Man trailer aired after, but they had like I think they had Sam Jackson jump all over the set when they were on like the Fox red carpet before the game. It was literally the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, no, I hated that shit, bro. They made him barbecue in that movie, and then they had the little Akira like scene with the jabroni that played Green Goblin. That was
no. Chronicle's amazing. Chronicle's good, even though it's made by
Dane DeHaan. There you go. Dane DeHaan was supposed to be. He was supposed to be next up. I ain't seen him in 10 years.
No, he'll still be next up. He had that movie, A Cure for Wellness, a couple of years ago by Gore Verbinski.
No, they got a new little skinny white prick. Timothy Lachey.
No, but Dane DeHaan will be in Chris Nolan's Oppenheimer movie. They just announced that this week. Yeah,
the new white boy that they go to is Timothy Lachey.
No, but that Chris Nolan movie is gonna win an Oscar. Watch.
It probably is. That's the shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's the parody shit that they go for. And I can't say parody because.
But you just fucking praised King Richard. It's the same fucking thing.
No, indeed.
Yes, it is.
Hold on, let me talk some shit. I understand people went through poverty. I ain't gonna say who because you ain't gonna get me in fucking trouble. But I understand they went through their poverty. But when you see a man that took 2 black women from poverty of Compton, he got his ass beat in the movie multiple times too, by the way. That's not a spoiler alert. What? I fucked up. I want to say to Paul Heyman. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Okay, I got it right. All right. So when you see that, and then to get them 2 of the most prominent athletes in history, that's fire. Not saying the other shit ain't fire, but we've seen it multiple times. To see it this way, once again, in this conceptual way, that's actually legit. Not saying that other way isn't legit. This is fire. I would rather see this right now because we've seen it. It's unfortunate that they had to go through that bullshit, but everybody has had their turn in life of bullshit. It just so happens that we have this term in this bullshit even in this decade. That's all I want to say. Happy Black History Month. Shouts out to my other people. Look, hi.
What the fuck are you talking about, Kobe Bryant?
Wait, what? What do you got to do with this?
That's just what that reminded me of when he was like, but you can be more.
Are you doing the Kanye?
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
No, I'm saying it in a way because that movie that Christopher Nolan.
I'm already the best.
More.
But more. He legit was like kind of like when Dylan does the like sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Fucking sugar cookie. Like,
no, but I was talking about the Christopher Nolan movie. Like, I know what it's about. It's like, I've seen it.
You've seen a man create the bomb.
No, during that time period. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying in a disrespectful way. We've seen that before, but that's the go-to for Oscar winning. We've seen people win from playing real people. Fucking Rami Malek just won for being Freddie Mercury. But he shouldn't have won that because that was a bad movie.
No, of course not.
And I'm a Queen fan, but that was a bad movie.
No, it was a bad movie, and it was a SNL performance.
And he's one of those. Maybe we might do something like that. Like the people that shouldn't have won the Oscar.
Well, no, that's the whole point of that episode is like literally. Again, they gave Gary Oldman because he played Winston Churchill. He just and he was like the 18th person to ever play Winston Churchill now. Like,
we don't have footage of that old bastard.
Yes, we do.
Of Winston Churchill?
Yes, he's in
what?
He was in like the 1960s, not the fucking. I mean, not the 19. He was in the fucking 1910s. Well, not footage. I mean, at least like audio recordings or.
That's what I'm saying. You saying that like we got footage. So if you can do that, Why not do it with somebody that we actually see that's alive right now? They always want to
Well,
put these.
Well, that was the whole thing, right? At the end of the movie, don't they play the actual clip?
You said what?
At the end of King Richard, don't they play the actual clip of the interview? Or no?
No, they just gave him an interview piece. I think it was a couple clips, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I watched that on the flight, but
I saw it on Twitter after where they show, I think, a scene that's parodied, well, not parodied, I mean, acted in the movie and then showed.
yeah, that interview part is actually in the movie, but that's what people keep talking about. That's what I'm saying. It's just like media today. You take one part, not you, but people take one part and they be like, all right, cool. This is what I expect from the movie.
No, but I'm saying that he had that to go off of. That's what I'm saying. Was like to reward.
No, but he
something.
had multiple pieces.
Mm-hmm. But no, like
he had multiple pieces to go off of.
But something like No Country for Old Men, where Javier Bardem wins for playing Anton Chigurh, that's an original performance. It's based off a book, but no one had ever played that role before. That could have gone so wrong.
So you make it yourself. That's easy. That's not
no,
easy.
It's not.
But
exactly, because
it's not. It's challenging.
Him in that wig. No, it is because he has to wear that.
The motherfucker had a wig and goddamn, not Casino Royale. He had a fucking wig and Skyfall.
And he has to, but he had to do the call it.
Some bitch took out his fucking teeth. Like, damn, bro, that's how you want to scare me? A fucking wig and some fake.
But don't forget, he does a whole thing where he's like, but now they don't eat coconut; they eat rat.
He's Javier Bardem. That's how you say his last name. Been doing the same shit for years. Not saying it's bad, but it's the same shit. Fucking, he's playing Ricky Ricardo. It's basically him.
Will Smith does the same thing. All these guys do the same thing. Will Smith will do action movie, I Am Legend, Gemini Man. Then he'll do Cry, Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, King Richard.
That's how you do it.
But then why are you getting out about Javier Bardem? It's the same shit.
No, he just always Javier Bardem.
Nah.
No, he always just maniacal, creepy looking.
Well, yeah, he has that look. That's why.
When is he gonna play Andre the Giant? That's who the motherfucker look like.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah. I'm sorry, boss. That's who he should play.
Try me, boss.
He look exactly like Andre. I was about to say Andre.
Well, they're gonna have to use all
Andre the Giant
30,000. Is that the name of the
Andre 30,000 is what I was about to say. No, they got to use him.
Imagine how Bardem is. Hey,
bruh. The fucking wig from the video. There you go. The wig from the video. There you go. It's fucking wigs and vibes, I guess, or evil vibes. When he go play, I thought he was supposed to play Frankenstein. The motherfucker looked like Frankenstein.
No, they shut. I'm saying they shut that shit down. That the new.
So that was real. I'm not making this up.
No, yeah, he was gonna be Frankenstein. Yeah,
because you don't need no fucking makeup.
And then Angelina Jolie was supposed to be the bride of Frankenstein.
No fucking shit. Because she's fucking creepy.
She just sucks the life out of men.
Yeah,
and not in the good way.
Scream. Well, I would like to find out.
Well, the weekend is.
Until I come, we just do an episode and I come back. Thanks, you good. Hey, I start talking like Sylvester Stallone, fucking with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, you're not gonna fight if I ain't got no lockup, Mickey. You want to fight? All you need is proper management. Get proper management.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
Angelina. I try to explain. She took the blood out of me. She putting your shit in my life. Yo, that's some crazy shit. She was really low key wearing some like blood around her neck. You know that's how that choach is fire. Like if a female got
what's
some
your
blood,
top 10 list? That's what we'll do tomorrow for Valentine's Day. How do you know it's fire? Banks' top 10 list. 1, if she wears your blood around her neck. 2, if she points a gun in your face.
3, she looked like her auntie or grandmother. Definitely.
Really? Is that one?
Shit. We here. Hold on.
No. We gotta save that for tomorrow. Save that for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, she looked like her grandmother or her auntie. The females that got humble faces.
We'll find you where your grandma stay. Where your auntie stay.
Hey man, fuck y'all, bro. I hope the Rams win the Super Bowl now. Y'all still gonna make fun of the accent. Fuck y'all.
K-Dot.
I don't sound
Get
like
your ass in the car.
I don't sound like old dog. Fuck y'all. He's fine. Where your auntie stay, where your grandpa stay. Oh, those words. How do I kind of miss those words? Where you from?
But no, legit, how much do you think How much do you think these celebs are getting paid?
More than fucking me.
I mean, do you think this more than the roles
Yeah,
they're getting?
it's advertisement. If you are an entertainer in 2022, you win a 360 deal no matter what you do. Podcasting, music, acting. You win it because everything is streamed. You can't get paid from streams. And then when they put the movie in the theater, you gotta wait to get paid. But guess what? They pushing shit back, so you ain't gonna get paid till the shit come out. Tom Holland, like, he gonna see that Uncharted check. He gonna be like, bloody A.
No, that's no. See, I think Tom Holland took that movie knowing it was going to be bad. He was like, I get paid up front to do this shit movie, but you gotta promise me to make the fucking Fred Astaire movie so I can look good, because this movie's gonna ruin my career if I'm not Spider-Man.
Why you keep bringing that movie up? You trying to be in there?
No, legit. That's
you look
why
like
he
you could
took,
be in that shit.
That's why he took the Uncharted. It was one for them, one for me. The Denzel thing. He's like, pay me all the money for this movie. I don't get paid for this one because it'll be my passion project. And to right the wrong of this shitty movie I just made, because you guys have been wanting to make this movie for a fucking decade and couldn't get 18 directors to sign on. And Mark Wahlberg, stopped, even though they went with young Nathan Drake. He should have probably still played Nathan Drake, even though he's fucking 50. But he's like, you know what? I won't play the lead guy. I'll play the sidekick to the lead guy, the mentor to the lead guy. That's why this movie's bad. Like, no offense to, again, poor Ruben Flesher. This will probably be the second time they put him in Hollywood jail, because he made Zombieland. Then he made fucking Gangster Squad, and they're like, nope, you can never make movies again. You got to go make TV shows. Then they're like, Venom, it's a shit script. You have 18 days to make this movie. He's like, it's a movie, so I'm good. And then that made $800 million. They allowed him to make Zombieland 2. Still never seen it. But then they're like, because again, they're all Sony projects. They're like, now you got to make the Uncharted movie because everyone's fucking passed on this movie. And we have to make this movie because we got Tom Holland to be in it due to him being Spider-Man.
So you really want to be in that?
Fred Astaire movie? No, I don't even care about fucking Singing in the Rain, Fred Astaire, and all that shit.
I'm singing in orange rain, and I never had
Purple Rain. That's
No,
like
see,
the best
you don't
best
know that
performance.
reference.
No, I'm saying the purple. That's the best Super Bowl performance, because Stephen A. He had his list. I'm just like, this man.
Man, Stephen A. Smith don't know shit.
That is true.
Unless it's coming from a book.
Like, the only thing he didn't know was like, they need to get a Halle Berry in there or something. That's the only thing he.
That's
knew.
what I'm about to say. Unless it's about him being the simp or about a book, he don't know what the fuck.
I thought Maggie Gyllenhaal was weak as the love interest. See, now you're talking about language, Skip. Now let's talk about it. He's like,
that's gonna be us. Stephen A. Smith is
literally the whole time watching this movie. I'm like, not only is this woman not attractive, her voice is so annoying, and her trying to flirt with Harvey Dent is like nails on a chalkboard. She's like, Harvey. I'm just like, bitch, if I was just waiting, I would have killed you my damn self.
Hey, but I bet you she got that fire.
No.
I bet you she do. It be
The character or Maggie Gyllenhaal?
In real life, Maggie probably. It be the one.
Well, you know who her man is.
I can't wait till if we
Peter
for real
Skarsgård.
have this episode. I can't wait because I could tell you.
Peter Skarsgård, who was the villain in Green Lantern, the guy who then gets like the giant head. That's her man.
Also, the person that he was playing looks like her. But I bet you she got that.
Again,
fire.
I had said like it's it's bad when people see your brother and be like, damn, bitch, you bad as fuck. And that's the man.
Do they both got the same parents?
I believe so, yeah.
Genetics, a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I bet you she got it. It be the ones that look like that.
No.
I'm telling you.
Is that the other one? The looks.
I got the list. If you ready, I got.
All right, so that's
list.
4. What's 5?
Give me about 12. Hey, give me 12 hours. I have a list for you.
All right, Denzel.
I have a whole list for you. I'm telling you, the ones that look like that, they got it. Huh?
Why are you smiling, huh? I tell you smile?
Huh? It be
What's
the
so
ones. It be the ones look like they granddaddy got the best.
Oh, good God.
Huh?
And let's wrap it up kind of with speaking of how are these celebrities getting paid, how are these companies keeping themselves afloat? Because Netflix, which I told you off air, I think this company just bleeds money like TNA Wrestling does. So they showed the concept art for Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which is basically his version of Star Wars. Because when they tried to get him to make a Star Wars movie a decade ago, it didn't end up panning out. And it was basically supposed to be a Seven Samurai-esque Star Wars movie where like a woman has to go and find Jedis all over to save her town, and that's basically what this is. Like this girl has to travel to all these other planets to find guardians to protect her planet from the invaders. So it's like, okay, but I mean, Zack Snyder's in the Ultimate 360 deal because, like Army of the Dead, this will also have a prequel or an animated series to go with it. It's, well, I mean, this might not have a prequel. It could. It's supposed to be a franchise, like how that Army of the Dead was, where they had the prequel of the heist, that fucking awful movie, Army of Thieves. Only good thing about the movie were the two women in it.
Hey,
the girl from Game of Thrones and Fast and the Furious, but then this other girl who I was like, God damn. But yeah, good for Zack Snyder, but it just shows that Netflix is basically sci-fi, with more money.
There you go. Best way of saying it. And I don't know if they shoot shit in Canada like sci-fi was shooting, but
I mean, are you excited for this? I mean,
yeah, Zack Snyder is a sci-fi. I mean, what could go wrong, or if it's good, it's good. But I think it'll be good, man. It's just, he on the road right now. I think after
no, he's not. Let's be no. The years past. Let's be honest. Justice League Snyder Cut was what it was, better than the original, but still not great. And then Army of the Dead was bad.
Army of the Dead was fire.
No, it wasn't.
You tripping?
No.
Dave Bautista ain't got one bad movie.
Yeah, he does.
What?
Did you watch that spy movie he was in?
With the little kid?
Yeah.
No. I ain't got little brothers and sisters. Well, I do, but you know what I mean? They not gonna watch that shit.
But I'm just saying that movie. I didn't watch the movie either, but it didn't look good because they did the fucking Carlos
Wait, you
Boozer.
watched it, right?
No, of course not.
Okay, so once again, what I'm about to say is in reference to this. This for the kids, nigga.
But they did the Carlos Boozer on his head.
Hey, it's for the kids, nigga. Like that 50 Cent meme, this for the bitches, nigga. It's for the kids, nigga.
But no, I mean, Army of the Dead. I mean, Zack Snyder being his own DP, the bad, like, they focused on the Tig Notaro scenes when clearly she was the only person on set those days. It was just cut together so poorly, and again, too fucking long.
That's what he does.
But I know, I mean, I'm like, Zach, like, you once like had this painterly vision of like what a shot should look like, but nothing in that movie except the opening credits really stood out from like the artist that Zack Snyder is. It was just all like fucking looked like I said, like a sci-fi movie. Like, and I was a big fan of the Zack Snyder a decade ago. Like, but something like Sucker Punch, which is a horrible movie, but like a great visual thing to look at.
That movie started well, it was one of those time rifts that started the Me Too movement. Just because what was going
what it was about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that movie came.
It's not like no one on that. I mean, the subtext of that movie is trauma in that. Yeah. But nothing happened within that movie, like in terms of like on set or anything. Like, no, you're just saying like it's once the Me Too movement happened, people started to look back at old stories or old movies where something like that was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So it started that, Warner Brothers, there you go. But I think the Rebel Moon movie, when is it projected to come out?
Not probably till like 2024, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can do a lot of this on sets like we've been talking about, given it's a lot of green screen, like all those movies. So you can make this movie in a state like the country's been in the last 2 years. But oh yeah, who was the cast? Because that was the interesting part. Ray Fisher,
Davis. I'm looking at it right now.
Ray Fisher, shouts to him, he's getting some shine.
Finally.
I think my guy Charlie Hunnam, right?
Yeah.
The old and Mr. Keep Getting Them Checks, Jamon Hunsu, of course.
Donna Bay. Where the fuck that is?
Donna Bay, Jenna Malone, who was in Sucker Punch, and basically the deleted scenes of BVS. Yeah. But is described as a grand fantasy adventure and written with Shay Hatton and Kurt Johnstead, and follows an enigmatic young woman who's given the responsibility by a peaceful colony on the outskirts of the galaxy to find warriors who can fend off an impending invasion by the despotic Regent Valerius. Yeah, like so this basically is just Seven Samurai in space.
Yeah, and then like you said, I mean, it's basically Star Wars, Zack Snyder, and then it's just
Well, it was his pitch. That was originally like the pitch he had tried to sell to Disney after they had bought Lucasfilm, was to do something like this, and they just wanted to move forward with the Skywalker Galaxy. They didn't plan on doing what they're doing now with exploring the other parts of the universe and all that. Well, the galaxy to be more exact, but in the concept art, it looks. Or like saying this man is into. Oh, Sofia Boutella is also in it. It looks all right. It's just a matter of will it be good, which is always a Zack Snyder thing, because more often than not, since Man of Steel, nothing's been good.
yeah, no, exactly. So, I mean,
I don't know how Netflix is going to continue to keep financing shit like this.
right, because they're not getting paid from the studios either.
No,
Keep
because
taking
in
the
the past,
subscriptions up.
because in the past they've had to pay studios to take their surefire losses. They had that famous Cloverfield paradox 4 years ago now, because it aired the night of the Super Bowl when the Eagles beat the Patriots. They paid a lot to get that movie off, and to get that movie off Paramount's hands, because Paramount knew it was a surefire loss.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I mean, these Netflix movies we briefly talked about, not briefly, we talked about a lot last week with the movie slate for this year. I watched that Adam Project trailer with Ryan Reynolds, and that looks bad. And not because it's Ryan Reynolds. Free Guy will be on streaming in 10 days. It'll be on HBO Max and Disney Plus, which is pretty weird. But that again, that's basically like a lower budget, well, a higher budget like TV movie. It's like I don't know. It's just we're in the dregs of movies right now. I mean, we're just again 2 weeks away from the Batman, and then that'll kick off Doctor Strange and all the other good stuff. But
right.
Everything in between is just kind of and a lot of the stuff they're announcing, I mean, just sounds like dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, everything, it seems like, and we talked about this initially when we started this podcast, everything is projected for 2 years. This is a 2-year plan with everything right now. So even in 2022, because this COVID shit, we don't know if it's never going to be over, but we don't know, if it's a new variant or whatnot is coming. And that's what people were nervous about Spider-Man No Way Home as it relates to its release. Now it's just kind of like, all right, let's play 2023 and see what happens then, unless we have a hard lock. Like, I looked at Paramount, and they got 2 parody movies that look bad. The one with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, and otherwise...
Well, that's not really a parody movie.
It's corny.
That's more of the... I had said, I think when we briefly talked about, that's the modern Romancing the Stone type of action comedy. Like, because that's basically what it is. Like, an author in the jungle with a guy to help her.
Doesn't move me.
But I mean, in a way, I should applaud Netflix for... more than that, these are a lot of original movies.
Yeah.
Or books that haven't been adapted yet. Like Army of the Dead is an original idea by Zack Snyder, and so is this. And not saying like just because it's his rejected Star Wars pitch means it's lesser than. No, it's they're still fueling creativity and all that. It's just the thing where like, and the Adam Project similar. It's time travel. Space pilot, and I mean the Buzz Lightyear trailer came out this week, and I'm still looking forward to that.
Damn, I haven't seen that.
And that's Disney milking everything they have for what it's worth, because they have everything, so they have to try to figure out how to use it all. Whereas Netflix, they have to give these what look like bad ideas on paper to give them a shot. And I mean, the ones like the fucking Blade ripoff with Jamie Foxx that we talked about, Day Shift, or the fucking Queen Latifah ludicrous chase movie through the country or whatever. Like, So in a way, you're applying them, giving these, ideas place to shine. But it's also that's why I mean we're like I'm not as big on Netflix because it just seems like it always has seemed like the great value version of a lot of stuff. Stranger Things. That's why I've never, besides Stranger Things being bad, it literally was just like someone was like, "What if we took Spielberg and Stephen King and put them together?" But not as good.
Thank you for reminding me because we talked about it last week, and I'm just like, dog, when is season 4 coming out?
I think they announced it for this year because I had the trailer at the end of last year.
Yeah, I think they might drop a trailer. They said during the Super Bowl, which isn't needed, but still, it's just I'm like, yo, when is this shit coming out? Oh, it's like summer 2022. Okay, that's fine. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
I mean, but the kids that were watching it, they grew up with these kids, and do they still care about it? Nah, because these kids' attention deficit is really low. So
I don't. I mean, but Stranger Things wasn't really. I don't think it was meant to be for kids like that. I think the adults that grew up watching the Goonies and all that, it was meant more for them than it was meant to be a Goonies for this generation. Anything like that.
yeah, well, I like it. I like the show. I look forward to it 2022. This is the last season, obviously, but hey, man. One of the
Thankfully,
kids
the
was in
last
the Bobby
season.
Brown movie, I think. No, he was in New Edition.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah, the New Edition movie. Yeah, Caleb,
The one.
and he was the only one who seems talented out of all those kids.
Oh, they seem like they all right.
No,
The kids, man. You gotta let them grow, bro. You was
Fuck
a kid
them
at
kids.
one point. I mean, yeah,
talentless hacks.
bro. You can't. It's gonna be a lot of
They're like 18 and 9. They're like 18 and 19 now. Come on.
but it's still kids. Just because you old,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You can't talk about them being 18, 19.
Is there anything? Oh, explain this Tay Diggs thing that interested you.
Hey, man, we been knew he was a freak boy, but apparently now.
How did we know that though? Explain to anyone who doesn't know,
Hey, man,
myself
listen,
included.
Listen, man. I'm just telling y'all he a freak boy. How do I know?
Oh, so you were at parties with Tay Diggs, is what you're saying?
No, sir. I ain't at them parties. If y'all seen
You can't judge him based off his Rolling on American.
Peacemaker Dad definitely would have said that slur.
Anyway, continue.
Nah, he just be on TikTok. He used TikTok the right way. He a 50-year-old man on TikTok doing a you a jerk. I just don't understand how he got this. I kind of hate though. How he has this whole thing with April Jones, which is Omarion's ex-girlfriend. Like he doing videos with her. He looking at her ass while they dancing. There's one video where it's like he's joking, but then he looking at her ass. I'm like, damn, bro, that shouldn't have been me, not him. It's not fair. It shouldn't have been me, not him.
I always use the Ben Affleck and Jason Bob Sharp like, when, Lord? When? When's it going to be my time?
When? And that's how
So I can really get the chance to kiss a girl. When, Lord? When? When's it going to be my time? And then he's like, I'm the chucklehead.
But no, he's just doing that. He's on. But the thing is, it's weird. Like he'll put it on TikTok, he'll delete it and just put it on his IG story. I'm like, bro, his TikTok is pretty popular, but I guess when
you're on TikTok.
Yeah, because TikTok is the best app. Anything you want is on TikTok, bro. Like they got the women on there. They fine as a motherfucker. My algorithms be crazy. They be bringing up women when I'm in the middle of the night and I can't sleep and I see a fine ass woman. I be like, damn, it's 3 a.m. What's she doing up? It be like, oh, Pacific Standard Time. Bet. For sure. They be on TikTok live doing, just asking random ass questions. You can give them coins and gifts and all that shit, but I ain't know.
Yeah, what's up with what's up with that? Is that
so
like
they can
legit?
say thank you. That's literally all they do.
But no,
thank
are they?
You.
Do they have any real value or no?
It helps them market. That's the thing. You can, if you decide to put some money, like if I put up the video, like how I put our videos up at I am not Banks on TikTok /. When I put up our videos on there, they get a lot of views. And if I decided to like pay for one of the videos, it'll get more promotion, so it might get more looks. So that's my.
Because all I know, because for some reason it kept happening on my timeline, was the one girl who's simulating something going on, and it was just like, I'm like, what's this for? Like,
the hoes need to get on TikTok. I tried to tell one hoe to get on TikTok. I was like, you want to expand this year? What is it? This year is about expanding. Last year was about.
Well, that was last year's mono. But yeah.
But like I tell the bitch, I said, "Excuse my language. That's how I feel right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean it, kind of.
Yeah, you do.
A little bit. Yeah, it's just you know what I mean. I told her to get on TikTok. You get on TikTok, you can shake ass, and then that'll lead to your other shit. But you know, you want to
shake your ass. Watch it.
Smoke. You want to smoke your little stupid ass tweed all day.
Oh my god!
So there you go. I'm not shaming. I'm just saying priorities.
Because this is your favorite album in on Views, and he's like, which is drunk and tired. Hey
man, Feel No Way is one of my favorite songs ever. Top 5. That's one of my top 5 favorite songs ever. On everything I love.
That's how I knew Insecure was gonna be good. When that's in the first episode, I was like, this show's gonna be good.
Yeah, Feel No Way. Feel No Way. You know what I mean? Feel No Way. I stopped listening to the things you say. Why did my shit sound depressing when I sing it?
Because I don't feel anyway.
Feel no way. Feel no way. But nah.
Should be downtown driving on the way.
So he be on TikTok just, doing random shit when he's not doing one of the best shit.
What else? Out. Oh, okay. Now you took it too far. There's the line, and you just crossed it.
Because All American is a great show. So when he's not filming that, you know what I mean?
It's not.
Hey, man. If you want to be a hater, that's on you.
It's written by hacks and liked by morons.
Can you look? I gotta do the Jordan shit to you. Hold on, put it on the screen. I gotta do Jordan shit to Davis. What the fuck just happened?
I ain't letting you do that shit to me, no.
No, I was trying to put myself on the screen. I fucked up the option. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. At least when I tell Jordan, just look at the 2 pressure on there. Samantha Logan and Greta.
Are you gonna do the Michael Jordan and Malik Monk? What the fuck you doing that for? The fuck you think?
At least look at that, bro. At least
that's
look at that.
That's what Instagram's for. I don't have to spend 40 minutes watching someone rap.
I ain't talking about the little one.
I know what I'm saying, but I ain't trying to spend the rest of the time being like, maybe I can play football. Maybe I can't. Like,
that's great TV.
No, it's not.
He came from Crenshaw, which is funny. That's just
okay. That's why I was also like,
it's like, bro.
You should be embarrassed by that.
Not really, because it's a good show. Hey man, that's what I'm saying. Y'all seen that little stupid ass headshot I posted on my IG? I'm gonna delete tonight.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to get on. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all can cast me as either Lex Luthor or y'all can cast me on All American. I could be one to take Diggs' kids on there. Not the one that looked like Ricky Ricardo, but I could be the other one, the one he don't know about. Dad.
That was the whole point of the first 2 seasons. Oh my god.
But then I could legit be his son because I'm bald, just lighter.
That's how genetics work.
Yeah, I'm bald. I'm just lighter. I got a beard lined up like all the bald black dudes do, so I could just show up like, hey man.
Then fucking Fabian Eichner should look at Stone Cold and be like, Dad, he's like, hell, you short and bald and you wear black trucks. You could be my kid.
CBD.
She said, I'm here to tell you about CBD.
Hey,
when he's like, when I'm not getting drunk on the fucking ranch, I'm getting high, son.
Chasing after Deborah.
He's like, I'm not. I roll my weed on it. That's an ashtrays. Big Sean would say.
Oh my gosh, you're all hell yeah. My gosh.
Oh hell yeah.
When I'm not using the gimmick.
But no, I had to send you that because I was listening to this Paul Heyman Stone Cold podcast. He's like, let me tell you about CBD. If you're tired of using vapes and smoking, and vapes and gummies, try some CBD. I'm just like, why is this man selling CBD now? Like,
he's using the weed.
My goddamn knees ain't working like they used to, so I gotta get high. Like,
son, my neck still hurting.
That's why he created what? He was high fucking never like Steve. He's like, what? Steve. What? High as fucking like, fuck, I'm fucking hungry. Shit.
Right. Give me one of them baked potato jalapeno burger.
We got some brownies. I want some brownies.
A jalapeno burger. That's why he probably was able to eat all that shit.
I ain't been drinking my damn creatine. Because I've been high all goddamn day.
Go to Waffle House and get a steak.
Legit, he'd be like, I want 18 waffles. You got that blueberry syrup? But no.
All right, I'm gonna fire you up.
Hey, shouts to Michael Ealy though. I always like Michael Ealy.
I'm gonna fire you up. All right, like I tell people, I give you one warning. Then we start getting to the jokes.
Let's wrap it up. Banks, that was this week's episode. Where can the people find you?
At the BVD Pod, find me on that. If you I already said the TikTok, so y'all might as well follow me on that because we put clips up from different podcasts. I_am_not_Banks on TikTok. That's where I actually have fun at, and I actually enjoy social media. Otherwise than that, yeah, find me there or find me at the BVD Pod. I want to say thank y'all. Let me put myself on the Summer Jam screen. If I can get the shit right, hold on. Damn it, there you go, right there. I want to say thank you to everybody that's listening, man. For real. If you on the video, which you should be, at Banks versus Davis on YouTube, man. Shouts out to everybody that just subscribe as we hit 100 followers. Like David said, man, we trying to get up above that, bro. We trying to get up to 700, 1,000. Shouts out to BRP for hitting 700.
Yeah.
And I want to say, last but not least, man, thank you, Rock, for real. Like, Rock is definitely my real person of the week, I'll say, on Random Acts of Podcast, man. He really, that sign was very emotional for me for 10 minutes. I ain't an emotional person, so after 10 minutes, I shook it. I sent it to my mom as well, so yeah, man, it's crazy. For the podcast on there, I work with in some capacity, and then the others I'm very cool with. BRP is like family, which Davis is on, so he's on 2 of the podcasts. That's on that sign. So to be known in New Orleans, Baltimore, New York, etc., man, it's different. So, you know, like I always say, man, consistency is key. I'm just gonna keep working. That's all that matters. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, shutting the fuck up, work, and try to get us paid. That's the ultimate goal.
No, I agree. I mean, we could probably take the Tay Diggs thing down because it's just like you're talking about that. You just cut this whole promo being like, but no, honestly, like again, shouts to Rock. Again, shouts to all the listeners that have stuck with us since day one. I mean, shows changed a little bit visually. We're not flashy with visuals as much. You're just seeing two guys talk again. It's that old. No, but you just see two guys talk. It's that kind of part of the interruption, old school feel where I remember vividly where Steampunk's like, all I ever need is just this microphone. And that's how often this show is. It's just us getting together to talk. And I mean, I'm on Black Wrestling every week, and that's a dream to do that. And then it's also a dream to do this every week as well. I mean, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be on Black Wrestling. So I was like, you know what, let me start podcasting my own just in case that didn't pan out. And to see it go this far now, I mean, a year and a half, 100 subscribers, it's, you know, a small milestone, but you gotta cherish little victories as well as the major ones. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, we're just going to continue to keep going forward and give you all this content because there's always going to be stuff to talk about. Like I said, I mean, Peacemaker finale, Kanye West Netflix series, The Batman, I mean, Wrestling Verse pod. And now we talk about The Dark Knight. I mean, and stuff was always going to come out. Moon Knight, and you know, the Lakers series is going to be March 6th. I'm interested in that. Euphoria is going to. It's just a place for me to talk about stuff. I'd rather talk about this stuff than tweet about it most of the time. And that was the thing with Fast Summer. We talk about it all the time. It was really special and it meant a lot to us. And we did the damn thing because we had talked about it and text as we were getting to know each other. And we're like, we just finally got to do this. And it was the right time last year with everything that went on in terms of F9 coming out. But it will continue to do more. And shouts to everyone that, you know, has been on the show and will be on the show. Joe, Keeks, Rock, Rock might have to come on and give his list, 10 list, how you know it's fire. Because I think his pearls of wisdom will be needed for that. But obviously, my dad might be coming on bi-monthly. Shouts to obviously the three wise men that have appeared. Cal will hopefully be coming on soon, but Math and Fam, who was on recently. Black John said, you know, all the people. And again, we'll continue to link up with new people. Hopefully, dope people that love talking and doing work, because that's the thing that those three guys have taught me, and Banks has taught me, just to keep going, keep pushing, don't pay attention to this or that. And more often, I'm my own biggest critic. I never really pay attention much to what people say. I can see it, but I'm like, but I'm also like, I see what you're doing. You're not doing shit. I'm the one not doing this shit. So,
Right.
But, and I mean, you can see I created this new intro. I'm trying to expand my skill set and hopefully create, because I'm a creative guy. I'm an artist. But no, Banks, we're going to continue to keep doing this week after week. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we might have to make the hard fucking pass weekly segment because something will always happen.
Yeah, no. At least every day I say something. Like hard pass, all that shit.
That was this week's episode. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.